Hello, everyone. Welcome back for episode 13 of the Gossamer Veil. I'm with my players this week, Jillian, Mac, and Greg. Kyle is a little busy this week, so Jack is a little bit in the void, but it's fine. He'll help out how he can, if he can. But for now, let's start off with a little recap. Last time, not much happened. You all had finished your chat with the pirate queen, Grania, and she left you all in the tavern. And then you spoke with your friend Fion for a bit, who shared that she may or may not have been betrothed to him at some point. There might be a wedding in the future, and if there is, he promised Madden could be his best man, but is unsure if that's happening yet. Maybe, though. And you all went upstairs because your friend Varys had promised that he was going to bear his soul to Lamb. He was keeping secrets, and she knew. And Lamb decided to start off the conversation by sharing that her group of halflings that she lives with, her community, they are very secretive people that use magic in some way to disguise their town, and it's something that they try to keep, out of the public knowledge, but felt that it was important for you all to know, as a trust fund situation. During this, you all noticed that Varys looked like he was packed up and ready to leave. His stuff was by the door. He was morning drinking at a table by the window, hanging out with Clover, and proceeded to tell you all that he is a follower of the Morgan. He has been for 10 years now, and that part of the reason he doesn't normally tell people is because usually people don't have a good response to that because she is one of the otherworld gods. Was on the anti-mortal side of the war, and usually he gets run out of town. The one time he told the party that he had been with for over a year, they proceeded to kick him out of the group the same day and told him to not contact them again. And everyone was super chill about it and not awkward at all, and saying okay, and proceeded to switch topics to the bandit in town that you all knew was bothering some of the ladies at the local brothel, and told Varys that he could be the backup person and break the tie if you guys decided that you couldn't choose if he deserved to live or not. Lamb and Jack were able to find him passed out in an alley, being robbed by children, while maddening he and you found the apothecary where there is a fight club underneath it, and were told by a tabaxi woman, Sable, that she did not know what you were talking about. And it seems like she's really used to being stolen from, but you did see the trapdoor and could see the stairs going underneath the building and can assume you have the right place. You all ended up reconvening. Lamb went after the children who had stolen stuff and made friends with them, particularly Tansy and Drab, who are going to potentially do work for you all, finding magic items and maps and things belonging to bandits in the future for money. You all uh, chatted, accosted Reynault, this boundless man on the ground who was very drunk the whole time, and it seemed like he is the first member of this group you have ever met who is slightly redeemable, does not seem like he wants to be part of this group, hasn't really done that many super terrible things on purpose.
He did kill a man.
He did kill a man, but felt really badly about it and kind of wants to be killed by them in return because he cannot get over the guilt. And you all told him to get out of town for 2 weeks to make himself scarce, sell his sword, and meet back up with you all in 2 weeks in that exact spot in the alley. And he seemed to agree. He was mostly worried about making sure his family got out safe, but currently thinks that you all are going to help him out with that. And After that, Jack went through town, made sure that the man actually did sell his sword, and found it in one of the local shops. And Madden went off into the woods on his own. Oh, yeah, by the way, he was told by his prison dad this morning to not do that because there are bounty hunters out there, and it's kind of concerning. And then Madden went out in the woods on his own. He did not get hit by a bounty hunter, but he did go to a tree and started digging into his hand, trying to get rid of his mark from Bridget, the summer queen, who is kind of mad at him, and it did not work. And it is going all the way through his hand. You healed that up, started heading back into town, and that's where we are. Uh, I believe Lamb and Kian, you are probably near each other in town, walking about as the other two had split off to go do their own things. What are you all up to?
Hmm. Well, I don't know about you, Cian, but I've got quite a bit to chew on, and I don't know. Would you mind if I been here for a while? I'd rather not do it out in into streets out in public, but if you'd not mind.
I don't mind. Did you want to head back or?
Or we could find perhaps a quiet place we could either do some quiet shopping or catch a little bite of oh I expect it's about 11's now, so
So what I'm hearing is you're hungry.
there's plenty of time for a little meal any given time of the day. It's a smart way to space out your snacks and such. You didn't get too hungry any one time of the day. You didn't get too distracted. You got a little bit of energy to keep you going.
Sounds good. We can meander towards somewhere to eat.
Right. Uh, let me see. What are we looking for? Like bakery situation or little cafe? What do we want?
Probably somewhere that doesn't look too crowded since you wanted
Hmm.
to not
Bit of
be in a lot
privacy.
of people's ears.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. At the very least, like not in the open street. Like an indoor space would content her. She's expressed not very much comfort with being as candid out under the open sky, and
Hmm,
with reasons she has laid out before. So,
fair enough. I'm sure we
um,
can find something like that.
yeah, I expect we find. What are we feeling, Katie? Like a little rustic sort of small little like luncheon restaurant sort of deal.
Yeah, sure. You find a
Sweet.
nice little place that's on the outskirts of town. Let me
Yeah,
see how empty it is.
yeah. How
It's
we doing?
super empty. Either
Ah,
good, bad,
Hmm,
unclear.
hmm.
we won't
If
think
the
about it too
food's
hard.
yeah, we won't think about it too hard. At the very least, so long as the staff seem like they are attending to their business, I think Lamb will feel fine with it.
Yeah, you got a teenager that's the only person really working out front, but they'll serve you.
Okay, cool. Neat,
It
neat, neat.
takes them a hot minute to come over,
Ah,
but
that's
we'll get you your stuff eventually. But the
mm-hmm.
Hmm,
room's pretty empty at least.
what's
You
the
can talk your
rush?
heart out.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Oh, Miss Better, thank you. I I really I know I come across a little bit uh spooked, I suppose, more often than not. But I think, especially these days, with any folk looking out for either Madden or any other of the rest of us, boundless or otherwise, I think it's best if we keep our counsel quiet, unless we know who's around.
No, yeah, you've got a good point.
Oh, I, I'm a wee bit. I'm a bit torn. Um, I I asked Varys about his lady, and he said he offered he would talk with us about it as a group, so that it would not be an upsetting conversation had alone between him and me, and I can see why he felt that way. Now we've had it out, but
Mm.
uh, it, I'm I said Bombini Grove's awful small and we keep to ourselves awful close.
Right.
So mayhaps I've not heard very many of details, perhaps, about Tamaragan. Um, you know, but um, what have you heard? Being from a big temple town and all, and meeting so many different sorts of people all the time.
Can I roll for some lore?
I'd like to know, like, kind of what Lamb's baseline is that she's working from as well.
Hmm.
And yeah, happy to give that. So, baseline, what everybody would know about her
Mm.
is she is known as the goddess of battle, war, fate, fury. That she was, well, for Lamb, she would know that the Morrigan and the Dagda were married for a very long time, like
Hmm.
over 1,000 years, and that this most recent war is what split them. It happened to a
Mm.
lot of people, a lot of the gods that were coupled up, families of them were split during
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm.
This really was a civil war of the Fae in a lot of
Yes,
ways.
in a way.
Mm.
Uh, Lamb would specifically know that the Morgan and the Dagda had two children together. Uh, that would be Adair and, oh, what's the other one's name? Bovderg.
Okay. Adair and Ovderg.
Bove,
Oh,
B O.
Bovderg.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's spelled weird.
Got it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's
It's
okay.
like BODB. Yeah, you
Of
know
course,
those
yeah.
words.
The Celtic spelling. Yes. Mhm.
So that was
Okay.
like the general gist of like the easy things to know. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like she worshipped the Morgan in any way. It's just the general association is that she brought about death.
Okay.
Anything more she would have to roll for and hope was brought up in
Okay.
stories. Kian, you would also know anything like that about the war. You don't know specifically about the children being
Mm.
related unless you roll.
Or unless you
Mm.
ask.
Unless you ask or
Lamb
roll.
can share lore. I'm happy to
That,
roll and see what we got. I want to find out
that
how much Lamb do know.
I expect everybody's going to roll in relation to this, especially if you are having a group conversation about this
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, got kicked out of the Morgan
Yeah,
conversations.
how rude.
Wow,
I
okay.
mean,
It's
it,
chill.
there's a lot that Lamb wants to ask about a lot of the party about this. I feel a little odd not having Kyle present to be able to pick his brain
Yeah.
about Jack's feelings. So that is a conversation I want to have with Kyle at another point. So it's not like you're the only one who's going to be circled back on in that regard.
Okay.
I promise. I very much
Uh-huh.
want to have this convo. Okay. Ooh, that's a dirty 20 for me.
Wow.
Religion.
I got a 14 religion.
Okay. I will say, I'm just going to put this out myself. I think that since this is a conversation you guys want to have with the whole group, that maybe we want to push this till you're all together, like sharing
Maybe.
all of it, because
Hmm.
what, like we said before, we don't want to rehash this in the same session.
Yeah, no, that's
But
true.
14 and 20.
14 and 20. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't mind us keeping this portion of Kian and
Yeah, I know
Lamb's
you guys had a lot of
conversation
other things that
shorter.
you wanted to chat
We
about.
we have a few other things we want to discuss. This sort of like leads in just because it's fresh at the top of Lamb's mind. I was not intending to preempt the larger discussion later.
Yeah. Just because I'm going to be sharing a lot of information and I want that to be
Right.
fresh when you're talking as a group.
Sure, of
I'm going to
course.
push this part a little forward, but if you've got specific things you want to talk about it right now with just Kian, let's do that.
Sure. Uh,
And that
I
way I
think,
can pull the lore that you two know
yeah.
from this big chunk of text that I'm staring at.
Yes. I think that it is a question Lamb would pose to Kian, being that like, she sees Kian as somebody who has studied the Fae and the gods with a bit broader a scope than she's had the opportunity to do. He's gotten to see and hear more stories about
Hmm. I see
the
what you're
various
saying.
Fae. She's coming from a more a sheltered perspective, a more narrow perspective. And she's trying to get Kian's perspective as kind of like a ballast, kind of like a measuring, a gauge for like how she should be approaching this conversation that we want to have later.
Okay.
Because she feels a little out of her depth,
Yeah.
not really quite knowing how she is supposed to be handling this necessarily.
I think Kian will return her attention to Varys over the Morgan
Okay.
and things to consider, how like we asked when he was telling us about, the adverse reaction his other party had.
Mm-hmm.
Um words.
I've no interest in driving to man away. He's he's had too much of that already. Plenty and enough. From far too many sides. I hardly want to be one more. I I've not talked with anyone as was acquainted closely with the other world gods um, in his way before.
Then you might have a lot to learn from him.
I believe I do, and I like the man very well. All I've ever heard about them is that mainly they take and have not much mind for what it may cost us. And I worry for him. I know he seems quite happy with his purpose. It
Mm-hmm.
fulfills him right well for now. But, I can help but to worry. Reputation as she's got, what will she ask him to do once the Boundless are gone? I know she's not said anything to him so far, but
We don't really have a way of knowing, Lamb. I mean,
I know.
it can be a little overwhelming to, worry about things that we just don't have enough information about.
Well, that's a bit of the problem when you grow up in a place where you just got to be quiet and move quick and not make a big production and everything runs right smooth and fine. You keep it running like it is.
I was curious about that.
Aye.
you mentioned your people, your family and stuff.
Hmm.
Why so hush hush?
Well, I said most of them are halflings,
Mm-hmm.
and so I it's been partly tradition going back, oh, so many generations. And part of it, I think, is just sort of instinct. Uh, there's there's a way that halfling folk, and I suppose me myself as well, um, sort of, there's a way to move through the forest, you see, and it didn't really disturb the wild around you. You can find a path
So it's a
through. You can,
respectful thing, sort
uh,
of.
respectful towards to forest, towards all that's around you, that nourishes you, that cares for you. And there's a habit among the big folk, um, you know, no offense meant, but to sort of plough straight through and
Mm.
clear the path. Uh, Hills and trees and rivers and all else be damned. Um, so a lot of it's that.
Mm.
There's good and homely people in Bombini Grove and the many villages around it. And there's a feeling with the elders that it's a balance and it could be precarious
Mm.
if one village is careless and leaves out torches late at night. Suddenly, the big folk notice, oh, well, there's a settlement out there. We didn't know that was there. We got to go see them, see what's all about, maybe open some trade and see if they're open to like expanding and making new walls.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, it gets to be a lot sometimes. Some of them are quite nice and will leave you alone if you ask, but oh,
I'm
some
sure
are
that's not always the
very.
case.
Thankfully, that's not very often, but
That
phew.
being said, um, not to pry, but
Mm.
what what's brought you out of your home?
Ah,
Why are you here with us still?
well, it's it a bit of it's looking around for information that's not readily available at home. Like I say, Bombini Grove, we're well cut off. We've a small library, which we share pretty well around, but it's modest, and some of those books are quite old, and
So they've got you out scouting, huh?
a little bit looking for more information, stuff that'll help to village and keep things healthy and well and safe.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Well,
You-
hopefully you'll learn something helpful.
I do
So
hope
far, it
so.
just seems to be, I don't know.
Well, it's not been the library trip I was rather expecting I might be looking to do, but there weren't very many adventuring guild jobs posting far away for, sorting through books,
Yeah.
organizing
Well,
things
I
on
didn't
the
realize you were
shelf.
looking for books. Could have helped. I can help.
A few books might be helpful here and there, or tales, stories. It kind of depends. I mean, there's all sorts of wisdom no matter where you look. I mean, you know
Mm.
well as I do, there's plenty of wisdom to be found into leaves, into trees, and to bark on branches and to like different times of year.
Oh yeah,
So,
but is that the kind you're looking for?
well, not quite so much that, but you understand, books is a good one way to find a good many bits of information, but I'd not be opposed to stories from folk from far away, or
I was gonna
if
say
there were,
people are another good way.
oh sure, ruins too, things like
Mm.
the standing stones that we found,
Mm-hmm.
and to like stuff like that, things to broaden our understanding. Um, Find a few more, I suppose, more complicated magical sorts of things. There's some magic learning books back at Bombini Grove. There's a couple. But it's mostly to do strictly with the beekeeping, the gardening, the arborists' work, and things to do with the druid practice that our dad keeps and I've been keeping. But there's, others coming up and need other things they need to know to do their work or to go and make their own lives elsewhere. I've got siblings aplenty, been making their own way, starting other jobs, starting families even.
That's usually how it goes, right?
Mm, far and away,
So your family's spread out too?
a bit. And
Mm.
yours?
No, not so much. I
Mm.
think I'm the most spread out.
You grew up in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still keep up with any of the others you grew up with?
I haven't been the best about that.
Never too late to send a letter.
I do from time to time. I should probably do that soon.
Mm. Well, I need to send off a letter back home later on, either today or tomorrow.
Mm.
I'd like to ask I'd like to ask my papa and my da whether or not we might be able to send some extra of our harvest out towards the wee children that are in this town. I don't know if you got to see a couple of them, but they're so many of them are skin and bones. And Kian, I got to see where a lot of them been living underneath the bakery,
Oh.
and like Lamb will kind of like give a mental picture for Kian to consider of this cramped little under basement board space. All these
Well, at
kids
least it
packed
sounds
in.
like they've got an order of operations.
They've got shelter and they're smart. They can manage all right, but
I
I
understand your
know
concern.
it's not like there's enough to spare in the Grove that we could do that for every single town if there's another gaggle of young'uns like them in every single town, but
Yeah, I guess.
they're the first, they're the
Would
closest, and they've agreed to do us a lot of good help. Fetch us a lot of things, keep eye out for the boundless and the like. And if we're going to be coming back through here, I think that's worthwhile.
I wonder. We didn't really ask about this at the temple earlier, but like in Lochbarog, our temple did a lot to help with like the kids and stuff, giving them a place to stay and everything. I don't know if there's anything like that here. Does maybe not just because of what you just told me, but
I wonder. I don't know. It might be worth bringing up,
yeah, I might look into that.
possibly. I think that'd be a good idea. Mayhaps mayhaps the children are prideful and they think themselves to be independent and they didn't want to be bothered with nothing else. But if there's a way to get them noticed by someone else could help them, maybe just didn't notice them before.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, was there anything else you needed to get off your chest?
Well,
Your shoulders still look a little heavy.
I've kind of been, well, I've been turning over. We all had those nightmares the other night.
Mm.
And I don't know. I've been turning over mine in my head over and over and over again, and I cannot really tell if it's meant to mean something or if it's just.
I've kind of been having the same predicament.
Well, tell me yours. As much detail as you like.
Well, it's just very ominous. Basically, I was for some reason back home at the temple, but everything there was just dead. All the plant life, everything was just shriveled. Nobody was there, not my mom or anyone. So when I looked, I went straight to the well to see, and it just looked like it was full of blood.
Oh. Oh
And I
dear.
could see like faces of everyone that I've come across recently, and it just feels, I don't know.
Hmm. Well, mayhaps mayhaps means nothing, but mayhaps might be all the more reason to send a letter back home, aye? Just to check in on folks and
Yeah.
reassure yourself of what's really real, you know. Eh, Dreams I've passion for dreams. I love dreams, but they are they're lenses. And some of them can sort of bend the shape of what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them see pretty clear. Um, Others, I think, are better for looking behind us than for looking ahead.
Yeah, it has, I feel like, sort of heightened my unease, so maybe that's part of it.
Hmm.
I like that idea though. I think I will send a letter home.
If nothing else, you're reconnecting with friends and family you've not had a chance to say hello to in a while, and that's always a good thing.
True.
And worst comes to worst, if there should be some bad news from back home, then I hope you'll know that it's all right if you need a shoulder to cry on or just someone to talk to.
Likewise.
I appreciate it. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I I think that perhaps there's perhaps there's nothing in just being lost into woods as a child and falling into a pit of mud and not being able to climb out. Maybe it's just a nightmare. Maybe it's just feeling out of my depth
Hmm.
and afraid
I can see
over my
that.
head.
It's clear to me that this has definitely been a new experience for you out here.
A lot of new experiences. But I'm trying my best to learn and thank you for talking with me and helping me through as I appreciate it.
Yeah, likewise. What are friends for?
I well,
I should probably go find the others.
I think so. Make sure that Madden and Jack haven't gone, I don't know, betting on a fight or something.
I think that's later.
Mm, that's true. They might be saving up.
You two head on out of there with. I'm assuming that Lem, you are bringing something with you for the road, even though
Oh
you
yeah.
had a full meal.
Oh yeah. Always. Always.
During this time,
Lovely.
madam, what you up to?
Um, I think Madden, after going and sometimes you got to test something out, right? You just got to
Hmm?
make sure something isn't like a really straightforward answer. So after this straightforward answer does not work,
Hmm.
he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go inform Varys about what happened with the bandit, and then I'm going to disassociate until Fight Club is his game plan. So
Hmm.
he's gonna go back to the market to talk to Varys.
He is really easy to find, being a person riding through it on a sword.
Mm,
Mm.
Hmm. People usually stay out of his way.
that checks out. He'll step in front of him and see if he just like stops or gets barreled into.
Uh, let me roll.
Trust exercise,
Yeah.
reflex exercise.
What do we think? Deck save for Varys to stop fast enough?
Is he good at those?
Let's be honest, Varys is very good at most things,
I
but
would
his
assume.
a lot of his stats are kind of high. Uh, Easily, like it's almost like he saw you coming out of the corner of his eye and
Mm-hmm.
pops up the sword well before you're there.
Well,
Right. So does this mean that I need to go deal with something?
um, no, not yet. Um,
Oh.
uh, I made the call to let him go for now.
Yeah, see a little bit of sadness, but all right. If you made the call, I'm not going to complain about it.
I mean, I can tell you why I did it and that it's not an off the table thing, but um, it sounds like there are some family members that he has back in the bandit town that I'm thinking are just civilians. So in my mind, it was an opportunity to possibly save maybe a handful of people, and then his life is forfeit, was kind of my thought.
That does make a little bit of sense. Like there are a lot of just people living there, from what I know. But it's like they've got a town in one area, and then the other part in another area. I haven't been
No, it sounds
inside.
like it's going to be hard to avoid civilians. Not on
Oh,
our end, but on the army's end.
well, that if they are just marching through from the front, that I guess that does make sense. Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing, so
probably should have asked them what their plan was. Oh,
I suppose I could just
well,
like I already walked outside of town the other way. I suppose I could walk outside of town the other way and just like see if they have any clarifying info. But we'll be back in like what, a week and a half to figure that out.
yeah, it depends on how long we're staying out of town.
I don't know how long it's going to take to address the issues at this town, or if that leads us to another town and another town. I don't know.
I mean, if there's two at once, I could always go to one on my own and deal with that one and multitask.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you could handle a problem by yourself if it were a fork in the road sort of
Hmm.
scenario.
So if that happens, you let me know. I
Yeah,
can handle it.
no, figured out. That's the thing, like, about tonight. Like, is it? I'm torn between, info's important, but also like how many people are actually inside of there and how hard would it be to deal with, right?
And I guess I don't know much about this place. I suppose it just depends on
Like
what
how
it
many
is.
circles are inside, right? Like if it's
Right,
more townsfolk than circles, then it's like, well, never mind then. Or some people get followed out, unclear. But
right. Because I don't know if it's just a them thing that they found somebody's basement to fight each other in on their days off.
sorry, I started writing notes and then you stopped
Hmm.
talking and then I was still writing notes, so I'm going to
No, that's
stop
okay.
mid note.
I'm wondering. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, you keep wondering.
Is all right. If it's just
And I figured
somebody's
it out.
basement,
I did it.
then
I
we
was
can
just
just
gonna.
go in there and kill them all.
Yeah, see if it's like a bunch of circles. Oh, by the way,
Hmm.
he reaches into his bag and pulls out a circle and like pushes it against his chest. Here you go.
I'm an official member.
Aren't you special?
Well, not a very good one. Looking at
No.
the
No, no, we're all pretty low ranking, is how it seems.
All right, if we go into this fight club, I want to see if there's somebody with a better circle.
Ah, see, that's a good plan. There's
And
got to be one or
this is
two.
kind of embarrassing. I'm not going to lie.
I'm sorry, maybe you could work your way up in the fight club.
Now, what if that is where they get? Okay, maybe that's where they get their new circles.
It could be. I have, once again, I also don't know what's going on. So I'm
See, I
just
thought you guys talked to this guy that'd been there, and I thought that you would have gotten the information then. Or maybe not
honestly, I don't
yet.
I don't even know if we got like a lot of information besides that there's going to be like attacks on probably attacks or like something's happening in like multiple towns, but like not at exactly the same time, but like similar times. But the
Right.
town that we heard about is going to be the first one, at least to this guy's knowledge.
If this was his, I guess it makes sense that he didn't know a lot of the specifics.
Yeah, he didn't seem excited to be part of the team.
Oh, he probably wasn't listening then either. Okay, we'll
Yeah, he
we'll
wasn't
look.
super gung ho about it.
Right, we'll find somebody at this fighting club.
I'm not worried.
No.
I think it'll be more fun than anything. Just
See,
tussle a little bit.
I'm worried I'll kill somebody with a punch. So maybe I sit and watch.
Well, we have to hear what the rules are first. Maybe that's fine.
You're right. Killing might be the goal. All right,
So,
I'm back.
so
I'm
don't
back
don't,
in.
don't put it off the table.
There's probably like levels. Like, oh, this is the novices where you're only allowed to, bruise each other, and this is the one where it's all out.
That first one sounds boring. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, we can let Lamb fight in that one. Give her a
Aw,
chance.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's good to have a fist fight occasionally.
Right. Maybe it'll help her with uh emotions or something. I don't know. She seemed really upset this morning. Maybe
I mean,
that'll help her get it out.
she sort of seems upset a lot of the time. So,
Exactly.
um,
And I bet Kian's got it in him too. All of you.
we'll all sign up. Um,
Right.
and we'll all tussle. We're going to end up being too good, and then we have to beat the shit out of each other. But like, if that's what it is, that's what it is.
Oh, I won't do. I don't want to upset you like that.
Listen,
You
I've
already know
already.
I'd win.
Well, if you don't do anything fancy, I probably have like a chance.
You're right. If I give you 2 or 3 rounds, you have a chance.
You're a piece of shit. I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
You prove it tonight?
Madden tries not to have a fight in the middle of the market.
And this is how they flirt.
Mm-hmm.
Let's head back. Let's see if people want to discuss plans for Fight Club. But honestly, I think it's just going to be get in, make a split-second decision in the moment, and then go from there is kind of the energy. At least that's what I was planning on doing.
No, that sounds right to me.
Good.
Just walk in, start swinging. If that's
Works for me.
the right vibe.
Yeah, well, listen, we'll look around. If it's just all circles, I think it's an immediate brawl. Like, it's, what are you going to do?
I agree. No
Good.
reason not to then. And
Yeah,
we'll
if it's,
push Lem out the door as soon as we see that that's the case.
we'll be like, oh, could you go pick something up real quick from the market at 10 p.m.?
We just send her upstairs to peruse their healing supplies or whatever.
Yeah. Leave money on the counter, though she is okay with stealing. It seems people steal from that a lot, which makes sense when you have an underground
It's really
fighting ring
strange.
under your apothecary.
I should have like a pay what you want box so people will feel like they have to.
Yeah, you could guilt them into it.
Yeah. Just
Pay
put
what
it
you
right
can. Or
by
it's
the
like, well, I
door.
can pay something.
And
All
make
right.
up for it. We can suggest that to her if she's there. But,
Sounds like a game plan. Um, we'll we can swing through the market. I know Jack's out and about. Um,
oh yeah, let's find them all. Lead
yeah,
them
and
back.
we'll make our way back and get ready for Fight Club. And we'll meander about and we'll at least find Jack and be like, let's go back.
Yeah.
Jack somewhere getting drunk.
We definitely get Jack on board.
Mm-hmm.
You two can either meet up with them in the streets or once we get to the tavern.
I could
Whatever the
fully
vibe
see
is.
us like passing each other in the street on the way to the tavern 100%.
Madden with his burst eye blood vessels, and Varys is also rude
Oh.
for not fixing that, but
A little
Varys
bit.
All right,
also
That's
I'm
rude.
actually gonna put that on me. I forgot.
That's
Oh.
okay.
I'll roll for him to see if
He's
he
distracted
is
by
Does he
Fight Club,
remember?
which is valid
He
and
is.
fair.
That's true.
Varys got a 1. He is
Okay.
too distracted by 1 Fight Club. The 2, the fact that you think you
Maybe
can beat him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? The math says it's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys walk up and there's some weird tension.
hmm.
Ooh, are you right, Darmadan? Did you?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Can I perception that?
Sure.
Okay.
You
Is
can
this a
perception to
perception or an
see.
insight thing? What are you trying to do to me?
I think he's
I
trying
was
to
looking more
see the
physical,
injury.
but
Okay. Observe
Yeah,
me.
percept to see if you can see a real busted up hand.
yeah.
Perceive
My hand
me.
is. He probably only put a little bit of lay on hands into it. He's not wasting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. You just mentioned burns, so
Sorry, I'm too sneaky. His hands are fully out and up.
How sneaky are you, Madden?
that's a 13.
Madden's not trying to hide anything, so whatever a 13 does for that.
Oh well.
I will say,
visually, he's not trying to hide anything.
You can easily see the broken blood vessels in his eyes, and you've been with him long enough to know that usually comes from when he uses healing magic.
Healing or smites.
Or smites. Like when he uses magic, that is what you know for sure, but
I think Kian's gonna ask, did you get into a fight?
Who looks over at Varys?
well, not
yet. For the same time.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Well,
Ooh,
now I'm suspicious.
it certainly sounds like you want to be.
Why not?
Your
Uh,
eyes are just messed up again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, throwing around a bit of the razzle dazzle.
Keen will healing word them.
Mm.
Neat.
Cool. Got some get the red out for you.
Well, 7 HP, get the red out.
I feel like 1 hit point gets the
Yeah,
red
you're
out.
good. It's
Yeah.
fixed.
Perfect.
He'll probably absentmindedly rub it like the palm of his hand a little bit, but now
Mm.
that's probably peeled the rest of the way up. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Didn't even see it happen, but it's all healed.
Unintentional, sneaky.
all the evidence is gone. Man's like, I wasn't even trying to be that sneaky. I just didn't want to tell everybody I stabbed myself in the hand a bunch of times to figure something out. Everybody like, oh, Madden, don't. And he's tired of those conversations, so he's just not telling them
He's
even
had
Now
now.
he
too
can try
many.
it again.
He's like, well, now that
Yeah.
I'm fixed up, maybe I didn't do it right the first time.
Oh my.
So it healed so easily. It clearly was just done wrong.
Yeah, next time. We get some free time.
If this man takes his whole hand off in his free time.
I've considered it.
You know what? Speaking as someone who played Nana for a bit, mood.
Listen, if your hand's cursed, cut it off. I don't know what to tell
I'm
you.
sorry for a bit.
Just for a hot minute. It's fine.
That's why you got to tell people with curses that cutting off their cursed parts don't work. As
Or
for
put it in a place where
or
you
nicks,
can't.
yeah, or put it on a lot of them so they can't cut it off. It's like you could try, I suppose.
It could spread. We don't know.
It hasn't done anything else, so just sort of there.
Right. Well, no changes. Not bad. Not good, but not bad. So.
Oh, so we're still on board for Fight Club later, and he'll take out the circles and he'll flick one over to Jack.
I suppose I don't know. I
Sounds
might
like
be
it.
a bit easy to notice. I don't know if you want me going along with you or if you'd rather I.
Oh, lad,
I
you have
think
to go.
I assumed everybody was
sure?
going.
All right, okay. To do what?
We're gonna get information. You can find more of the redeemable ones or something.
Hopefully. I don't know if there's that many of them going in to knock each other's blocks off in the middle of the night, but maybe. Why not?
It's well, my assumption is if you're probably at like the spooky underground fight club, you're probably not the most redeemable of a group, but like, maybe you just feel like you need to get your ass kicked. Then that's valid.
It certainly seemed to be the feeling coming off of Reynolds, so who's to know?
And yeah, who knows? We're gonna be there. So.
Yeah. So the three of us will be members, and the two of you are people we met and thought were cool. That's sort of my thought process.
All right.
I
Sort of
feel
like
like
rough
that's.
up your faces a little.
Yep.
Make you look a little more like you belong.
Girl.
Yeah, I don't know if I fit the vibe very much, but
Just put on a bit of a jacket, cover up. You'll be fine. Stand in the back.
Okay, alright. I can do
Maybe
this.
like mess up your hair a little so it's not as nicely done.
I suppose.
And I'd say probably full height if the ceilings allow. Like I'd straighten all the way up.
Yes, yeah, stand as
Oh, you
tall as you
think
can,
so?
ma'am. Oh, yes.
Really? Oh, alright.
It's an intimidation factor, and you don't
Mhm.
want to look small unless you want to be treated small. Is I think the vibe.
Oh, I see.
that's a good
Oh
point.
dear. Oh, that's going to be difficult to remember to do, but I'll do my best. Okay.
You
You
can
got to
practice.
understand. I mean, I'm usually in the practice of trying to be as small as I possibly can, so I'll try.
Is there anything we need to do before? Or are we just waiting for sunset? Man's chomping at the bit. He's like, Fight Club.
Oh my god,
He's like vibrating.
ready.
Fight Club.
Ugh.
I
Well,
don't think there's really much else we need to do.
if you need a little something to wet your whistle before Fight Club, Lem will pass around the extras from Elevensies to Madden and Varys and Jack.
Hmm.
Aside from that, I've never been to one. I expect a lot of it's about fighting and watching other people fight.
Yeah, there might be money that you put down. It depends.
Okay, all right. I think that'd be perhaps a bit more believable a place for me to post. I've got a little bit of spending money, so I can put down a silver 2 or 3 here and there.
Also, in case you forgot, I have like 50 gold that belongs to you.
Oh, I did forget. Uh, sure. I can take some of that as well.
How much do you want?
Oh goodness.
Let's not have
Well,
too much on our persons. How about that?
I think that's for the best. However much you would recommend, I think I didn't
I'm
really
gonna
know
give her
what's
20
too
gold.
much. Mm-hmm. I think
Um,
Lamb would not be able to guesstimate that. Like, how much is too much to take into an illegal underground fight club?
It's almost
That
more
was
like
mad
how
money.
much would be upsetting if it got picked out of your pocket immediately. And
That's
it's like,
true. That's
20
true.
gold.
20 gold.
Um,
20 gold. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I know we got told the name
mhm.
of the fight club, and I can't find it.
Verdigris.
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 Thank
Yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because
I
they
don't know
said
if I
that if
need.
we mention the name, we have a better chance of looking cool and getting in. So,
Uh-huh. Because we look like we
Uh,
know where we're going.
it's all just having the right energy, I think.
oh, 100%. You just have to look like you belong. You just have to, like, you walk with purpose.
Hmm.
All right. Okay.
Look like you know where you're going.
Okay. Right.
Also, I
I can
don't
do
know if
that.
it's easier for you to, like, instead of doing bandit, you do flirty girly. So that's something you could also do. Sometimes ladies just get into places.
You know, that's sort of an idea, actually. I do
I mean,
remember.
you could do that.
I will say Tarana was certainly awfully fond of her little romance novels, and I've got a pretty good impression of her batting her eyes at most every fella would come true. So I think I might be able to do that.
Yeah. Stand in the back, twist your hair.
I can do that.
Maybe like just laugh if they ask you a question.
Ooh, lots of giggling.
Yeah.
They do seem to like that.
Yeah. If like feel your first impulse and then like pick your second one. Like I
Hmm.
think that's usually the
Ah.
way to go because it's not the thing you want to do, it's the thing they want you to do. So like
Oh,
pick the
I.
second thing.
Second thing. Okay. That's smart.
So if somebody says like hello, you'd be like hello, but your second impulse is like hee, like perfect.
Okay.
We've got it
Right,
all figured
right.
out.
All right.
Kian, good luck. Best of luck to you.
You can try flirting.
Both of you could be cute girlies in the back.
I mean, you can have my circle if you're worried,
Honestly,
Kian.
that sounds easier.
Okay, you two be cute girlies
Very
in the
true.
back.
Hell
We'll be
yeah!
bandits
We'll
in
be
the
the
front.
cute. We'll take care of the flirty girly front, and you take care of the bandits and the fight club front, and we'll meet in the middle.
Hmm.
Perfect. Game plan.
Good plan.
Break.
Right. Well, I'm gonna I kind of didn't put on my armor or like get any of it right. I packed everything up except for the sword, so I might take a little time to get. We have a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
go put
time.
your shit on.
It's gonna take some time to do all of that. That's kind of ready to
Mm.
just go. So,
Well, settle back in.
Yeah,
Fine.
that doesn't open up until dinner time, so
I have to go unpack everything. So at least for tonight.
Right.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, got a bit of time then.
but I'll come back down in a bit and catch you
Mm.
all. And Varys is
Sounds
gonna head
good.
upstairs.
Hmm.
All right. Whew. Right. Have either of you two been into a fight club before? Are you three?
Lamb, look at me.
I wouldn't know.
Um,
Fair enough.
I wouldn't say I've been in a fight club, but I've like been around and part of like fighting in taverns, but not like a spot specifically for fighting.
Ah.
Tavern brawling, huh?
It happens on occasion, especially when you're a little shit.
Mm.
But
When to mead's flowing pretty heavy, there's cause for more than just feet to go a flying on occasion.
Yeah.
I'm much more accustomed to quieting that sort of thing down, but I can just as easily take a quiet place across a wall. So, should work.
Can always wallflower it.
I feel I've an awful lot of experience with that. I think that will
Mm.
suit me a lot better than trying to look like I know what I'm doing, putting bids on any of this sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll
well,
see.
mm, yeah, Man's gonna get comfy and is waiting for Fight Club. He has nothing to initiate or instigate or accomplish before then.
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna have our.
actually,
Go ahead.
I've got something for you, Madden.
Haha! Fastball!
Is he
um,
just bringing this up in the middle of the tavern? Is that where we are?
yeah, I was waiting till we got back to tavern.
And
Okay.
you guys are back.
Cool.
I assumed we were at the tavern taverning.
Yeah.
You're wherever you want to be in town, other than the Fight Club. That's my answer.
Too
Anything
much
but the Fight Club.
possibility. Kian will pull out a little amulet, hand it to Madden. Basically, it's a woven Dara knot, which you can Google if you need to.
Oh.
And hanging from it, there's a lapis lazuli, and then there's an emerald. And if Madden's kind of staring at it, Kian will explain. I noticed that you don't really have anything to help your connection with Ayurved, so I made this for you.
Type as fast as I can. Okay. Enhance Google. Oh, um, I think Madden's just sort of like staring at it in his hand.
Hmm. So, do you recognize the Daranot?
Katie, do I recognize a Duranot? When I type it in, I get durags on Google.
It's Dara.
I see. But does Madden know what anything about the Duranot?
If you roll me a nat 20,
Wow.
Madden knows.
Summon it.
No.
Hmm.
It's so vaguely familiar. Like
He's
any
seen the
knot is
shape
big.
around. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I've seen knots before.
I've seen those fancy knots people have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people usually wear fancy knots. Yes. I'm not super familiar with this in particular.
Well, I guess historically it represents like the roots of the oak tree. So I guess you could look at it as a source of resilience and inner strength. And the lapis lazuli there, that's more for source of spiritual transformation, self-discovery. And then the emerald is for new beginnings.
Um, I don't know what to say. Um, um, Thank you.
You're welcome. Hopefully you can find a good spot for it.
Yeah, I'm sure I can figure something out. Sort of glances over his person.
Hmm.
See Clover trying to reach down and grab at the stones.
Oh no.
He's just like pushing at her face.
You little
It's not
thief.
for you.
Do I need to make another one?
A little one for
A
Clover.
bird-sized one.
Hmm.
It'll just hang on her ankle.
That's
Uh, s-
adorable.
so how big of like a string does it have, or does it just have a clasp, or
I think I kind of just pictured like nothing too big, maybe like this.
okay? Uh, for now, he's going to put it in his bag because he doesn't know where to put it. So he puts it in his bag.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if maybe it could go on his maul or something.
Oh, sure, it won't get jostled.
Yeah, it would probably get jostled.
It probably, if it's going to get jostled anywhere, it's probably there.
I'll keep an eye out for some sort of.
Sure, yeah. Um, I feel like Madden's face is a variety of emotions and
Hmm.
uh, uh, feelings and sensations.
Sensations.
Normal stuff.
Hmm. I did want to confide something also.
Oh,
Before I found you in Oakview, in that alley, I was feeling more than a little bit lost. And I think, or I like to think, that maybe Ervid had something to do with me finding you. I don't know. But either way, I feel like it was meant to happen. And I just wanted you to know that I'm going to do everything in my power to help weed out these boundless.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want? I'm going to get a drink. Do you need a drink or?
Drink sounds good, actually.
Madden will get up and go get drinks.
Oh wow, Madden goes up to get drinks. How about we all go get drinks and take a little
Wow.
break?
Get a
Yeah.
snack along
Get
with
some
that drink, maybe?
snacks. The whole thing. I'll get more cough drops. As one does. And
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
we will be back in 10. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Tin.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for episode 13 of the Gossamer Veil. We just took our break. Before the break, our team was in town. They did a little bit of chatting about gods. Uh, Madden and Varys were in the market and almost got into a fight with each other because that's what they do and how they show they care about each other. And you all
It's their
started
love
talking
language.
about it is their love language. It's not in the official list of love languages, but it's there, and we support them. Then you all talked about how tonight you are going to go to Verdigris, the underground fight club in town. Currently, you're all at the tavern. Varys went upstairs. He is unpacking his bag after having packed it up really dramatically this morning, thinking he
Hmm.
was going to leave. That
He's a
he is
little drama
upstairs.
queen.
He's being a little drama queen. That,
Blowing it
that,
so far out of proportion, you guys. What's there to
that
worry
he's
about?
just a little upset or something. I don't know. He went upstairs because things are all good. And you were all still downstairs chatting. Madden just got a nice little amulet from Kian. But we still got some time. Varys is still upstairs, so if there was ever a time people wanted to say things not around him, this would be the time.
Weird leading.
Without
It takes him
him
at
being
least 10
sad about
minutes to
it.
put on that armor.
Mm,
Yeah, take
yeah,
some time or something.
yeah, solid 10 minutes. You know, it's one of those. And I I'd gotten some of this off my chest a bit earlier with Kian, but I'd appreciate asking the two of you what you think, because, like I said, um, I'm from a small place, and I want to take my lead from the lot of you. Uh, I've never met anyone who worshipped one of the other world gods. Um, I I like Varys very well. I do not want to see the back of him. I think that's happened far too many times to him in one life for one man. So, uh, so long as his connection is good for him and for our goals, I cannot think of any reason to worry, although I'd appreciate your perspectives. I've only a couple stories about his patron. Um, so, uh, if I could know how, if I could know how you lot feel about um about her, uh, I'd feel a little better knowing how it's reasonable to feel, uh, based on other people who've been about and to other places besides Bombini Grove, you know.
Jack will cut in first and give his opinion that, and I quote, all Fae should be revered and respected from a distance, and none of them should be messed with. Uh, None of them are inherently worse, even though, the war says otherwise. But this Jack's opinion. They're all dangerous, but they're all necessary. He does not judge Varys any more than the others of you that follow a god. And then Jack is going to sit back and have a drink.
Fair enough.
I suppose, although I was raised on many tales of the Doctor, um, you know, is meant to be a leader, a father, a protector. I meant to have taken the side of mortals in the struggle against the otherworld gods, in a move that severed his connection with Varys's very lady, in fact. they'd been wed. I'd mentioned they'd been connected for a time, but tales say they were together for many thousands of years. And then the war, and she came down onto one side and he on the other. That was that.
With that, because Lamb, you rolled a dirty 20 for your check, I'm going to give you guys a bit more information about the Morrigan overall that Lamb can share with
Bloop,
you
bloop,
all.
bloop, bloop, bloop.
So, the
Lamb gives you
Morrigan,
this.
in general, she is a goddess of war and death, a bringer of ruin, sorrow. They call her the Phantom Queen, the Battle Crow. She is the frenzied one. She stalks battlefields, bringing and delighting in bloodshed. She calls it her garden. Drives the warriors mad with fury. If there are stories of the most recent war where there was an aspect of her on the field and it caused people to start attacking each other who were on the same side just from her presence.
And this is like a story Lamb heard
This is a
in
story Lamb has
Bombini
heard.
Grove.
Yes. And that she is also able, with one cry, to kill 100 men. She is around to stir strife and sow seeds of great wars to plague the land. Lamb, also, you know that this is not the first war she has been involved with. Because of her relationship with the Dagda, you actually have heard not a lot of detail about the other wars that happened leading up to this, but that there were many others. There was the first one that you only know the name of. It's called the Battle of Motura. It's a plain, like a set of plains on the land that people have civilized at this point. That she was very involved in this battle. That she was then also involved with a second battle in that same area against a group called the Fomorians that are kind of like giants or demons.
Hmm.
And then she was also heavily involved in the first battle against the humans that sent the gods underground in the first place to the other world. And it seems like this new war was them retaliating with them being sent there and wanting to take back what was theirs.
Hmm. Okay. So,
And
yeah.
along with that, in this most recent war, Lamb, you know the story of her and her dealing with the great hero Cucullin.
Oh.
That
Cuchulainn.
Cucullin. He is one of the biggest mortal heroes from the mortal side of the war. And it said that he was someone she approached trying to seduce him at first, and he turned her away. And then when that didn't work, she approached him in multiple different animal forms, in which he attacked her each time. And then they met a third time at the river, where she was washing his clothes, his bloody armor in the river, in a hag form. And he, unknowing that it was her, healed her. And then essentially said he regretted it and wouldn't have done it if he'd known who she was. And she replied that she would be the one to tell him his doom. He then drank something from three older women that ended up poisoning him. And she sat on his shoulder in the battlefield after he tied himself to a stone and waited for her side of the war, her allies, to come kill him. Let's see. Lamb, you also have heard rumors. You do not know their names, but because you know of two of the Morgan's children, Adair and Bovderg,
Mm-hmm.
You know that there are at least two others that exist. There might be more. Like, she had other people that she was connected to, but you aren't sure who.
Mm.
And that's what you know about the Morgan, Lamb, from Lil Bombini Grove.
I like stories.
Seems you've heard quite a few.
Well, like I say, it's most of it's sort of second hand to tales I heard growing up about Tadagda, but you know, it's she was important to him and to a whole lot of them, of course. So, um, you understand? I'm concerned because of this. Uh, I
Those are quite ominous
hmm,
tales,
you know, it's.
but
I'd love to
also
think that she could find favorites, perhaps even among the ones she hates. But
perhaps.
Varys has been following her for 10 years,
I.
unharmed. Um, from what I've heard from him, it was mostly his choice to go on the mission. He picked what it was.
Hmm,
She did not come to him and say, "You must do this." Even when he was starting to lose his faith, she was willing to let him go.
hmm.
I trust his judgment and will not slander the Morrigan.
I mean no slander. I only tell these tales because I wish for you to know what I'm thinking, and I want to learn. I that's the whole reason I'm out here is to learn more of how folk out here see the world and regard it. So I I'll accept all I've heard is from the Dogda's side, and of course his splitting from her company was not amicable, so I'll not say it's impossible. Perhaps the tales I always heard were not the most charitable to her, so I'm happy to hear new ones, if you know any.
I think Kian's just very interested in his drink right now.
Duh.
You are
Is
both
it a?
allowed to roll
What?
insight on that.
I'd
What?
love to.
I'm curious. I'm
About
very
this
curious.
man's secret information.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'd
Uh-huh.
love him to roll deception so I know what I'm
Yeah, you
fighting
do have to
against.
roll deception.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
unless
would
you're
Ooh.
love
not trying, in which
I
Unless
case.
you
would love
aren't
to know
trying to
that as
hide
well,
it, yeah.
personally. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
By trying a 9 deception.
there you go. He's trying to beat a 9.
Well,
Hey, Lamb, did you do that? Hey, Lamb, did you
I
do
I
that?
actually did. I did
Cool,
beat
I
a
did not.
9.
There you go,
Um,
Lamb.
I
I
I
got an
did
8.
roll. Oh,
Wow.
Mm,
buddy, no!
I don't
I
add
got.
anything to insight. I don't add anything to it.
That
Hmm.
yeah, that makes sense. That I can see that. I got a 14.
Hmm.
yeah, what does Lamb clock with a 14?
I I think just Kian listening and just not really engaging.
Hmm.
He is trying. He doesn't really want to add to these stories, so he's just not saying anything.
Would you say it's safe to say he may have focused on his drink even more when I mentioned something about people related to her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Lamb, you fully clock that Kian focuses on his drink really hard when you mention the Morgan's children.
Um, I didn't suppose I don't suppose that Ahmed is perhaps one of uh, her children, perhaps?
No.
Looks at Kian like, wait.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
No, she's not. She doesn't. I don't think any of her. Well, that would be a lie. Most of her family doesn't fall on that side of things.
Well, as I say, the lines did sort of fall all over the place when the war
Wait, why
happened.
did you ask that?
But I, I don't know. It seemed, I don't know, Keen, you looked a bit uncomfortable. As I was talking about the Morgan's other children.
Yeah, I just. It reminded me of a story I have heard regarding her. Not so favorable of Erved's father, but there's a tale that he ended up killing one of her children
Oh,
in hopes of preventing darkness.
a war or something else?
Um, I mean, who's to say what would have become of it? But it was said that she had a son, Mehi, and within his chest beat 3 hearts.
Oh,
Each heart coiled a serpent, and the serpents grew twisted, their hunger said to be so great that if they were left unchecked, they'd devour all, leaving no animal or mortal alive. So Aravid's father wanted to prevent that sort of doom, so he ended up killing Mehi.
hmm. It always comes down to killing. I. Hmm.
That
Well,
does seem to be the case.
it's neither here nor there. Oh, well, how how do Aramat's faithful regard the story? Do you feel it's deserved? Do they feel it's out of proportion?
I can't say I know how everyone feels about it. I sort of interpret it as just maybe a tale of, a more common moral dilemma that we have just in general. When you, sorry, I don't know if I have the good words for this.
It's okay.
Because
In the
there's
darkness.
usually, there's often a dilemma of, well, do I do something proactively, or do you wait and see what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the right option? It's hard to say because, if you choose one, then you could get a completely different outcome, or if you choose the other, then you'll never know. Which I guess in this case, we'll never know what would have happened since he took away the opportunity.
True. Hmm. Well,
Well, either the Morgan does not hold uh, Aravid and her father in sort of the same esteem in the same breath, or she does not hold this grudge because I think with Varys being a follower of hers, if she did have this qualm with her in particular, I think we'd be hearing of it.
I'd
Right.
rather expect in some way or another. Well,
And I'd like
as
to
I
think
say,
she wouldn't hold Aravid in, you know, response to the sins of her father, if you will.
I we would hope. Although tales is tales, and many as I have heard, perhaps some are more true than others, but for some, particularly those fate that wound up on the other world side of the line, some of their grudges tend to run long. But so long as Varys is well done by her and seems to find no grievance between you two and me being a faithful of Tathagata, um, either she's not interested in any kind of recrimination on that front or it's not her priority.
Mm,
Yeah,
right.
I appreciate having this information and learning things, but I don't think I am swayed from where I was originally.
It was not my intention either. I mean what I say. I didn't want to drive Faris out, but you understand, I'm finding my way, um, rather one step at a time here, and I appreciate you allowing me to voice some thoughts and mayhaps save Varys some pain. I'd like to do that. Genuinely.
And I mean this as genuinely as I can. I can't imagine how he would feel if he found out we had a conversation regarding him and his lady behind his back after he told us a story where the same thing was done to him. What, 2 hours ago? 3, he told us this?
I, uh,
Unless you think you are in danger, you talk to people in front of them.
right.
This isn't me trying to berate you or make you feel bad, but I don't want anyone to feel bad, right?
Of course. Of course. I I didn't think about it, and I really didn't want to make Varys feel worse. I really didn't want that. So I I'll try and keep my questions about his lady to his face from
And
here. I
I'm sure if
promise.
he knows the answers, he will provide them.
Okay.
He's spoken a lot about looking for information. So he is probably, if you are worried, he's probably your best source if you're okay with it possibly being a bit biased.
Well, I suppose we've all our biases. I so keeping that in mind, I'm happy to hear him.
Good. So I shouldn't wear like the cloak to Fight Club. It seems like too nice is the thing that I
I
was
feel
worried
like
about.
did draw attention rather quickly to you. I think someone might try and take it off your shoulder, and then it's not into ring, and it's a whole thing onto side, and
You don't want it to get sullied.
That's true. And the thing is, I would say if there were ever any survivors in a situation involving Varys, which I don't know if there really ever were, and we may have dealt with that problem when it happened. Um, but it is a definable characteristic. So I suppose I'll
Mm,
put it away.
that's a good point.
Oi, it's probably for the best. Best not to remind any of the boundless of anybody at all, if we can avoid it.
Yeah. Let's get your lipstick on, Agent Honey. And
Right.
Madden will get up and I'll ask any nice lady in the tavern if they have makeup.
I sure hope they do.
If
I
not, we'll
can't
go to the
believe.
store and so we can make you both pretty ladies. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
everybody,
barfly that Jack hung out with a
yeah,
couple nights ago offers up her kit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, is like Madden's like awesome. Okay, actually, could you actually come over and like put it on her though? Um,
Hmm. All right, let me see how good she does.
I
okay.
I don't
I
think
believe
either of
in
us have
her.
that experience.
Can I hype
No,
her
I.
up?
Oh, you don't need to. She got a 19.
Hell
Perfect.
yeah,
She's killing
girl,
it.
get it. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
she's got this.
She's
This is
a
her thing.
professional.
She is. She
She
does
does
this
this?
every day.
Yeah.
This is her face.
And,
She
like you
just
think
puts
it would,
her face on your face.
and you think it wouldn't work, but because human skin versus furbolg, but she does it
She
Wow.
adapts the contouring and it's like
so
it's
well.
sleek.
It's
It
really
is.
working, which is it is interesting.
Huh.
How's it look? Is it alright? Do you think?
Yeah,
It's
I
good to
think
me.
it's working. Madden's gonna like pull some of the hair like forward in front
Mhm.
of her ears and give it like a little like twirly
Mm.
and like just have like
Uh-huh.
two pieces in the front
Yeah.
being cute and bouncy.
Mm.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright. I think that looks pretty alright. Thank you so much.
Gussied up for the fight club.
Hey,
I
listen,
suppose.
you guys are just gonna be cute in the back. We gotta make sure
No,
you guys are cute in the
you
back.
two get cute. Everybody else
Yep.
dresses down a bit into their
Yeah,
bandit gear, except
I can
Varys's
paint your
really nice
nails.
armor, but it's fine.
yeah. Varys is like, I
Lemon
earned
tree and
this,
painted
and I'm gonna
nails in
wear
the corner.
it.
He's like,
Put
I
a lot of
paid for
money in
this.
this.
Good. Is there anything else before you head over to Fight Club?
I feel like Fight Club is the next
Fight Club,
logical
Fight.
step, unless I'm forgetting anything.
No. You all have your many meals of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Varys comes downstairs, and it's been long enough that the tension's not weird, and so he doesn't
Mhm.
seem to clock that there was a weird conversation that he didn't hear.
Now
Good.
Madden's in an awkward
Good.
position of, do I tell him that that conversation took place?
Yeah, you can
Hmm.
dwell on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
he's
welcome
dwelling.
to. You're
You
welcome
He's
to.
dwell.
thinking.
Lamb is also cogitating on whether or not she should deadass just confess to
He
Hmm.
ain't
Varys.
saying shit.
Everyone starts dwelling on if they have to tell Varys about the conversation.
Yep.
Everybody at the same time. So hey, Varys, while you were upstairs,
What's up, man? I'm sorry.
he's like, whoa, hey, come on, guys.
We're here for a group hug
I
and to
can't
tell
even
you
be
we love
upset.
you.
You're all talking at the same time.
No, you can all dwell on it for the evening and decide
Yeah.
if you want to approach him later.
Right, yes. For now,
For
it's Fight
now,
Club.
yep, it is now in the evening. I'll say we're at like 9 o'clock at night,
Sounds
so
like
it's
Fight
dark
Club
out.
o'clock to me.
Fight Club hour, as
Uh-huh.
one does.
Mm-hmm.
And Kean and Madden, you probably lead the way to the apothecary, I would assume, since you were there
Mhm.
before. But once you get there, Ferris will step forward, and Jack as well,
Yeah,
since you are the three with
in the front, boys.
the pins
Lamb
on
just
Ferris.
like giggling in the back, fanning
Yeah,
herself
good
with like
practice.
we found like a little like paper fan.
Mm.
Yeah, we can fold one up. It's easy
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
Madden would have started, he would have reached into his bag, which was owned by a bandit at some point, and pull out
Mhm.
just like a dented cigarette case and will smoke on the way there.
Yeah.
Just to get the
Gotta
scent
look the
on him.
part. Gotta look the part. Yeah.
Ferris looks incredibly uncomfortable when he puts this pin on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair. Yep. Makes sense.
good. Able to fix his face once he's no longer actively touching it and putting it on himself, but really not
Just forget
happy.
about it.
Just forget it. It's fine,
Think
guys.
about all the
Set it
bandits you
and
get to
forget
kill
it.
if you wear it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
This is your
fine.
ticket in to
Eyes on the
kill bandits.
prize.
Yeah. It. We'll let Madden lead the way in. As he
Woo.
does,
As
he's
he does.
usually at the front of the group.
Yeah,
It.
he's the face.
You approach the apothecary. I don't think I ever told you guys its a name. It's called Moss and Mirth. It has a
Aw,
name.
cute.
It's had a name for
Moss
That's
forever.
and
cool.
Mirth. Oh, I love that. That's really cute.
Yeah. And uh, Madden and Kian, there is a tabaxi woman in there, but it is not the same girl. It's somebody
Mm.
else.
Does
Kind
she
of looks
look
like
related to
a
Sable?
little bit.
Oh,
Mm.
And
okay.
that she's not like hovering over the counter. She's just on a stool in the corner. Kind of looks like she's surveying, but the door to go into the basement is propped open.
uh, Madden's just going to like walk in, like leading the group casually, and is going to like give her a nod, like of acknowledgement, and is just going to like keep walking. Did it before, he'll do it again. He just walks to the door to go in. This time it's open.
You all had it. I would love perception checks from people as you're going in.
Yeah.
Ooh, finally a nice roll for tonight.
Did you get a good roll?
Yes.
Kian sees all.
I got a nat 20.
Kian sees all.
That's it, bud. Yes.
Nothing
Really
slipping
excited
past
about my
me.
18.
18.
Really excited to be here.
I have a 15.
Ian's like, no, I got this. Oh, you want Jack to roll? Jack gets.
Yeah,
Easier
sure.
to
What
be
does Jack
observant
see?
in the
What does
back.
Jack see?
What do you see,
I
Jack?
guess I could roll for
Specialize.
Varys, couldn't I?
He got-
What does
Yeah, you
got
could.
10.
Yeah.
Jack's got a
Jack
10.
got a 10.
Jack is
He's
carrying.
Eyes on the bar.
Yeah, he's got a flask in hand already. The
We're
whole,
already-
the whole way over.
Jack
Yes.
and Madden are fully in character, is all I can assume.
Yeah.
Is that they're
Yep.
just like, they're in it deep.
Varys
Yep.
sees nothing.
Perfect.
Jack and
Wow.
He's like,
He's just too uncomfy.
everyone's bandits. It's those
His
bandit
eyes
blind.
keep like
We're all
going down to
bandits.
his
Mm.
near where the badges.
Be cool, man. Be cool. I should have given it to Lamb.
His coolness radar is good. It's just
Agent
his
Honey.
perception's bad because he's distracted.
Can't focus outwards.
Yeah.
Only inwards.
The struggle.
Big mood.
You all head behind the counter and start going down this set of like twisted stone steps into what looks like a basement. Normal basement to a store. There are shelves filled with the products that you just saw upstairs. There are rows of crates packed up and a hallway leading forward. But
Looks normal.
looks like a really normal basement at the moment.
Too normal.
And you said there's a hallway?
Yeah.
I'm seeing nothing else.
Yep.
I will just walk down to the
Down the
hall like I know what
hallway.
I'm doing.
You don't hear
Yeah,
I'm going
anything.
the
You do not hear anything yet.
Ears out.
Ears out. That as you walk down the hall, there starts to be some copper-colored sconces in the wall with torches. And just nice little path. Eventually, Kian, you are the most aware. You hear the person up ahead before you get around the corner and see them, but at the end of the path, you guys see a vibrant blue-green door. Looks like it might be made out of metal in a stone frame, and a like pale green orcish man, very muscular, leaned up against the wall beside it. Like Kian and Madden, since you both did really well, Lamb, you did not do quite well enough. You notice that around the edges of the door there are a lot of runes that are flashing, like very lightly with color. Again, you can tell it's magic. There are magic runes around this door. That this man has got a shaved head, pierced ears, nose ring, the whole works. Just leans back against the wall and looks you guys over. Notices the two of you in the back. You sure you're in the right place, friend? There's a shop upstairs that sells the teas that you're looking for.
No, sir. We know where we are. Don't we?
We'd like to.
Listen, they're just
Well, we've
looking
heard
for
so
some
much
fun.
about the verdigris, you know.
I will let you all roll persuasion checks for me to get through the door.
I name dropped the place.
You name
You
dropped.
did.
We all say
Name
verdigris
drop.
a bunch of times. We all
No,
keep
verdigris,
saying it.
verdigris, verdigris, verdigris.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Come on, guys.
Did you say persuasion?
I did.
Gross.
How dare, boo.
You sure it wasn't religion?
Take me to church.
He's not twirling his hair enough, I think.
You gotta twirl your hair.
Yeah,
What
you
did
gotta
we
twirl your
get?
hair more.
8.
Okay.
Oh,
Too busy
buddy.
staring at the runes. Got it.
Yeah. Distracted by the magic.
Roll for those runes. You should roll for runes. When we
Ooh.
explode when we walk through them.
There we go.
What else?
I
did
got
you
a
get?
24.
24.
Ooh,
Okay.
hot
Jesus.
damn. Okay. I got.
Madden's bread and butter.
Yeah,
We're
that
in it.
that seems to be. Lim got a 15.
All right. Well, with Madden and Varys at the lead, with both having over 20,
Holy shit.
that puts your average at good enough that he'll straighten up and be like, all right. Must be our first time. Looking at Kian specifically.
I just want to have a good time.
I've been telling
And what if it
for
is?
a while.
Right? He will hold out his hand, like, towards whoever's first in line.
That would be Madden, I feel like.
Here I am.
Leading the way.
This man wants money. That is apparent.
I will let you roll insight on that.
You want a high five?
What does he want?
What does he want?
What does he want?
You see him
How-
reaching
is
for
he
something
holding-
in his pocket, like
Okay.
kind of like towards your
Or like-
hand. It's not like he is
Is he-
reaching for you.
He's reaching for me. I
Yeah,
mean, I will
hand
let the
out.
man reach. I will also reach if it looks like a handshake scenario. My
Kind of gives
man.
you a weird look and turns your hand so it's like this, and pulls out what looks.
It's a joint. It's a joint thing. I'm sorry. You know, bending his hand the right way. It's these old joints.
And he pulls out an object and presses it against your hand, and does that with everybody. I'm assuming everyone
trickers.
catches on that they need to do the same.
Yes.
And if you look at your hand, there's
Yep.
a V shape on it now, with brambles and tiny leaves curling
Virgin.
around. Yeah, the virgin.
You got your V card punched.
Oh,
All of you officially.
He
Sorry.
thinks we're dweebs.
Yeah.
Don't
It's your
get
first
strung out.
time. It's what happens. Sorry.
They're like, these guys, it's their first day, and then we get
It's your
teased a
first
little
day. This is
bit.
what you get on your
Yeah.
first day. It kind of reminds you of like a wax seal that's green in color. And he will push the door open for you.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Madden will
Neat.
lead the way in.
Thank you.
Once again, Kian and man with those really good perceptions, you see those runes flash as you walk through, like as each person goes through that door.
Mm,
Interesting.
we've been noted.
You need to have it on your hand to maybe get in. Unclear.
Mhm.
I see.
Get rebuffed at the door. I don't know. I have a -1 to Arcana.
And no one's rolling
I
Arcana,
can
so
guess.
I shan't. I'll never roll Arcana. You can't make me.
She will.
as
Nope.
soon as you step through, like you can, the sound comes to you of the space immediately. Like
Mm,
something about that door keeps that sound out. It's blocks everything.
Maybe that's
You
what's doing it.
Yeah, you enter into a very dimly lit space and can hear the thrum of the crowd immediately, the sound of fists hitting flesh, roar of spectators, some coins possibly exchanging hand. And as you walk through, you can see that there's another figure immediately on the opposite side of the door, leaning against the wall. Just there, doesn't really say anything to you, just nods as you pass. And you head down the rest of this hallway and enter into a circular shaped room. Yes, ma'am.
As we're passing by this individual, do they
Mhm.
seem to have any boundless symbology on them?
Excellent
With
question.
your 15, no.
I wouldn't know. Not a
You did
clue.
not see one on them. Just
mm.
for both people. Like, Kian, if you guys did not see a symbol on them.
Okay. I'm on the lookout.
Yeah.
There's
On the
somewhere.
I
lookout.
think we're all kind of
You're on the
having
lookout for
an eye open
boundless.
for that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the big thing is, are there boundless here and how many?
Mm-hmm.
And where do they sleep tonight?
Hmm.
You know,
Well, you have to go
the
ask
normal
them that
things.
directly.
Hmm.
So where are you sleeping tonight? We each pick one. We all are flirty girl
We
now.
all have to be
Oh,
flirty
makes
girly.
sense.
Yes.
We're all flirty girl.
We are all going to go the flirty girl route, so we all need to glam up.
Yeah,
Get some
turn
moves
around.
going.
Everybody go get some makeup on.
Yeah, everyone, hold on.
Change of tactics.
We all
We gotta
can't
get
get
to
the
the-
lipstick on everybody. It's just like
Yeah.
a peck down the line.
Exactly.
We'll change plans. That's fine.
Yeah.
No
Shift
fighting.
to the be a man
perfect.
reprise.
This is a honeypot scenario. We've decided
Yeah.
to change it.
Changed your mind entirely.
No fighting, only honeypot.
Mm-hmm. The space you guys enter into is like a very large circular room. It's similar to an arena. There are, gosh, with that really good perception check, you see everything. Like, looking around across this, it's kind of like the space is layered like an arena would be. You were more on a middle area, and this area is more just people milling about. There are people getting drinks, hanging out at some simple wooden tables, and you can see around the perimeter other hallways going off, kind of like the one you guys just came out of. Lower down, there is the fighting pit lying in the middle. It's kind of a sunken ring with slick stone encircled by steep stone steps that people are just crushed up around the middle, standing shoulder to shoulder, making bets.
That's where the magic is.
Pretty rowdy down there. And people shouting for blood and to start throwing hands. The area you're at now is a bit calmer, and then higher up, the crowd is non-existent. There, like, you can see people, but the atmosphere, you don't really hear a lot of sound coming. There's like curtained off areas, like velvet curtains with dark wood paneling separating different sections of balconies.
So like more private seating or
more private
VIP.
It's the VIP area. There are bouncers at the top of the stairs. And you can see people watching over everything from up above. But you've entered the space. This is much larger than a basement.
Yes.
This place is huge.
This basement is bigger on the inside.
Yes.
And it's becoming apparent that it is not mostly boundless, or everybody is just not wearing
Correct.
their circles. Okay.
Yeah, it's one or the
Well,
other.
okay, we're not killing everybody
there are a lot
in
of
here.
people here.
Yeah, we're not just going to open fire willy-nilly.
Like,
all right. It looks at Varys and they both go like acknowledge each other like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Probably could have gotten in without these circles.
The ones.
A shame.
Chris takes off his circle. He's like, not needed.
Gross.
I'll wear two over like my nipples.
There you go.
Use
Throw
those
hand over it. There you go.
There you go. I take my shirt off. I wear them like little nipple piercings.
Perfect. I I love it.
I got to keep my armor on, guys.
Good
Listen, I
vibe.
do it for the bit, but I need the
Yeah,
AC.
no,
So
that's
They hang off
true.
the chainmail.
yeah,
Over
perfect.
the chainmail on the
Yeah.
nipples.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
two boundless things form the
Perfect.
nipples on your armor.
Guys, I'm trying to
Well,
get into the VIP area. I
That's
well,
can't
one
have
you're,
approach.
nipples. I can't have nipples.
You should do a dance for it.
I'm just at the bottom of the stairs. Do you like what you see? They're like, I don't know, man.
I don't see
Kind of
nothing.
torn.
No.
nothing to see here.
God. Oh God.
Huh.
You're all into space.
Whew.
Is there a
Very
fight
fun.
taking place currently?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. How big they look.
How
How
big
big
the
bad.
guys?
How
Those
beefy.
two
How
people.
hard they hitting.
How beefy the boy?
This fight not very good.
Okay.
Like they
Mm.
look evenly matched for each other, but
Mm-hmm.
They're not heavyweight class.
they are not impressive.
Mm.
Okay.
More like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee types than
Yeah.
like Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Is there somebody who looks like they are taking bets?
Yes.
Mm.
Madden will meander over that way. So when do the good fights start? And we'll look at the not super great fart. The fart. No.
The
This
fart.
fart's
Well,
terrible.
that's what you would call
This
a,
is a fart.
non-impressive
It's a bad fight.
It's
It's
a
a fart.
fart.
Mm.
It's not even a fight. I won't even dignify it with the
Not
name.
a fight. It's not a farce. It's a fart.
Yeah.
You tell them. I just want to know when the good fights are happening. Like if there's
Yeah.
like a headliner.
Right.
Well, we've got quite a few people that are just signing up. People just choose when they want to fight. We've got some main, like some undefeated people later.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
are you looking to join? Are you betting?
Yeah, sure. I'll get in there. How? This undefeated guy. Why not?
Well, you gotta work your way up. You can't
Oh,
just
so
jump in and fight.
it's a ranking thing. I have to like go up
It's at
against
least,
somebody and then like.
Yeah, you have to at least face somebody from a lower class and then a middle to get up to him.
Oh, I see. Exclusive. Sure, put me in.
Unless you go talk to him and he's like, "Yeah, I want to fight you."
Where is he?
Specifically. Oh, he points up all the way to the top.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, I shouldn't have asked. I think I could have figured that out. Are I just able to walk up there and talk to him? It feels like you're sending me on a fool's errand.
Mm.
Uh, it,
Eh.
if you have to ask, no.
That makes sense. Put me in for whatever fight you think I'm capable of, and I'll make my way up, or I'll eat shit, whichever.
He does it for the love of the game.
Right? Do you have a name for it?
Oh, do people usually put in like a fancy name, or do they
Well,
just
it's
use their
normally
name?
just their name, so I know who to
Oh,
call up. You know.
I didn't know if people had like stage names.
Sometimes no one today.
Oh,
Aw.
well, I can't be the only one today. That's not.
Ah.
That doesn't seem like a vibe.
Mm.
I'm Mads.
Mats. Got it. And then he's gonna look at everybody in the group. Like, eyes kind of glaze over Kian and Lamb because they're dressed up real nice.
They're real cute. He's like, all right, they're not fighting.
Nope.
I don't think they're afraid.
They have too many jewelries for fighting.
Right. And the others. Jack's not gonna fight because he's not here to say yes or no.
And I think he'd say no is the
He'd
thing.
probably
So.
say no, as this man explains that these are not magic fights.
Oh, so like no magic at all? It's just is it weapons or just fists?
Gestures to them fighting with their fists. Just fists.
That
Okay.
a problem, meds?
No, that's fine.
I think he's gonna do fine.
Sure, I will, babe. And I'm gonna hit Lamb on the ass.
Ahoo!
Let's see, is Varys gonna compete in this or not?
Varys is like, I'm going to wipe the fucking floor.
Oh my god.
Varys is just like, I promised that I wouldn't show him
Yeah,
up,
but you can't use magic, so I mean, listen, if he wins, he wins, and Madden understands he's not as good as Varys, and he's okay with that. He's come to terms with that over the few weeks that he's been here. He's like, Varys has been doing this for years.
At least one. I have to do at least one.
At least one, and then maybe like another one, and then like, listen, if you beat the undefeated guy, then imagine, then you get to go sit in the fancy room up there. Who knows who's up there?
Might be
Good
somebody
question.
fancy.
Could be anyone.
Right, so I guess
All right,
Varys and
both
Madden
of
are
us.
in.
All right.
That sounds
Listen,
right.
Yeah.
That
Because somebody,
makes
honestly, the thing
so
is,
much
like,
sense.
I can fist fight well enough, but like, it's not like I'm trained in fist fights or getting into constant fist fights. And if this person's doing constant fist fights, it's like, yeah, you might beat the shit out of me.
Might be well
Possibly.
practiced.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I'm not allowed to put a little extra special anything on it, then
We'll patch you back up when you get done.
Yeah, it'll be good. Make my way up, or Varys will make his way up. One of those is more likely
You're
than
both
the other.
down there waiting for your names to be called for a fight.
Yeah.
A
You're sitting in the
low-level fight where you're just gonna probably
Wipe the
knock 'em
floor
out
with
real
some yokel.
fast.
Just some commoner with 4 hit points is about to have a really quick fight, which is probably the best for them.
Yeah.
I will
This is gonna
resend
be
you.
very quick.
I'm gonna
Resend me
resend
that
you those
info.
rules. And I'm gonna get rid of the tavern brawler stuff since neither of us are messing with that.
Yeah, I don't. Could I possibly? I know it's not in there, but great weapon master. Can I pretend my fists are weapons on occasion?
Oh.
Which means I'd be rolling with a 0 modifier to hit, but I would do 10 extra damage if.
Ooh.
And I'll let you just take the extra D4 that you would get with Tavern
Okay.
Brawler for this instead. For the
Okay,
to hit
cool.
because so for those of you who haven't read these rules yet because we didn't think you were going to be doing Fight Club, how this works is the matches are 5 rounds. Each fighter would choose either athletics or acrobatics as their fighting style, and it's a roll off. So each person will roll, and winner wins the round. A critical hit or a win by more than 5 is a possible knockout, with the loser making a constitution saving throw to avoid being rendered unconscious. The DC would be the difference between the rolls plus 10. So,
Well.
at least 15.
Mm.
Then between the rounds,
I'm done for.
player.
I feel it in my bones. It's the
Hey,
first
you
hit.
don't
I go
know.
down and meet. This guy crits. I get a nat 1. I have to roll a 20.
We don't know. But between rounds, Madden, you will be able to try to make intimidation checks, sleight of hand, whatever you can convince me of to try and give yourself advantage for the round. And then I am going to give you your plus a D4 for your Great Weapon Master for your fist, since we're not doing damage. It's just
Nice.
winning
It's
rounds.
just a roll. It's just
But-
Everybody blow kisses to bolster.
But
I was wondering, can we
kisses.
can
Yeah.
we wallflower to bolster him from afar?
These are
I
my
will let that
yeah.
happen for some of it. But if a knockout happens, that means the person wins the fight automatically. Otherwise, it would be
Mm,
best like 3 of 5.
okay.
So if you get knocked out, you're done.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
Like
Best 3 of 5.
those of you with magic, you can try and do sneaky things, but they are very much like no magic interfering with these fights. So you would have to be subtle about it.
Really sneaky. It looks
Yes.
like they got people watching, so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like there are people making bets on these fights, and they do
You
not want
don't mess
outside
around with somebody's
interference.
payout. Yeah.
Correct. So
Well, it's interesting that channel divinity isn't magic now, isn't it?
Curious.
yeah.
Type it in. Google
It's
quick.
purely divine.
If I say it with enough conviction, maybe everybody will think that is true in canon. I don't know.
I
It's
am
not a
sending you those
spell.
again so that you can remember them,
Neat.
but it's not too much for you to remember. Mostly just roll your strength and your
Yeah.
d4. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah? How do you know I'm not rolling acrobatics? Maybe.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, roll your acrobatics instead.
Thank you. I'd prefer a +1 to a +5.
I thought so.
I'd like Madden's like I don't want to win too easily.
Yeah, nah, gotta come in real
Shunk,
close.
shunk, shunk onto the field. Dexterous. If Varys loses, I'm just assuming he threw it. Like no matter what happens, I'm like,
Yeah.
he threw it.
That's just
No,
what
he's
Madden
done.
assumes. It doesn't matter.
He's done. If there was a
He
smite
was
in it, that
bored.
person be dead. He's like, I didn't even get to smite anybody. This place sucks.
Varys steps in, he's like, oh, if I punch them, they might die. Ugh.
The whole time he's like kind of pulling punches. He's like, I don't want anyone to die.
None of these people have the symbol I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm the only one wearing the symbol now. Have we seen anybody else with these circles on?
I will have you re-roll perception
Okay.
now, since you are in a big crowd.
Yeah, right? Can we all?
It's just me. If it's just me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta take this off.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I think we're dirty 20.
Hell yeah,
Hey,
bud.
keep it up. Keep it up, man. Please keep it up.
Anyone else looking?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
well.
Jack is
Sure.
looking.
Jack,
Oh,
look.
shit!
Mm.
16 on the dice plus 4. Dirty 20 for me as well.
Jack got a 5.
Jack sees
God.
nothing. He's
Jack-
really
Six.
invested in these
He's
fights
in
already.
character in his
6.
cups.
Yeah, you're really focused on your character of a
Yeah.
new person to the fight, but now having to be arm candy. Question mark?
Jack has
We are distracted.
26 silver on his person, so I'm assuming he will bet all of it.
And probably.
I don't know who he's
Yeah.
betting on, but I'm assuming he'll bet all of it.
Yeah.
That
Leave
or
it-
spend it on alcohol because there is
Yeah.
alcohol in the place.
50-50.
50-50. 50% on gambling, 50% on booze.
Yeah.
All right, so 13 silver on gambling.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
All
Yeah,
right.
that makes sense.
I feel like, all right, he is probably going to bet on Madden. That's his
That makes
friend.
sense.
It's
That
either
makes
Madden
sense
or
to me.
Varys. Like, he's gonna bet on
Yeah.
one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll put it on Madden so it's a little more, you know.
Well, now
cringy,
it
but-
feels like pressure. Now, is anybody else a little sweaty?
You got this, bud.
We'll see if he doubles his money.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna try my best. Madden's like, I'm not a brawler. This, but it just seems so fun. And if somebody thinks I'm cool and wants to talk to me and has a circle, like the dream is that it's like, oh, please join us behind the fancy curtains, and we'll tell you our
Ooh.
evil plans. You know,
Yeah.
bring your hot girlfriend, and I'll be like, okay.
Mm.
Here's all my hot girlfriends. Is that cool?
Ooh, I've got so much arm candy. I'm very
It's Lamb,
strong.
Kian, Jack, and Varys. These are all of my girlfriends. Can they all come in?
Yes.
Hey, gotta wait and see. You haven't earned it yet.
I'm gonna earn it, maybe. If not,
You gotta earn it
Madden
or
will be
convince
okay.
somebody.
I'm gonna do my best, and if
Yeah.
I fail with fighting, I'm gonna go talk to somebody and see what happens.
You're pretty charismatic. You might be able to make that happen.
do
Other
that.
ways.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But for now, I'm
Other
gonna punch
methods
people
of
because it sounds
persuasion.
fun.
And they're going to call up the fight with you first, Madden. You're up
All
against
right.
somebody named Eduo. Eduo. Yeah, Eduo. That's his name.
Duo.
His symbol's a little green owl.
Maybe.
I
Yeah,
was
you
just
see,
like,
it's
a
kind of like
duo, two people.
it's like medieval times. There are people around the arena with their flags for the different fighters.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah,
Wear my
go Green
colors.
Owl Night! Yay! Crimson Weasel Night!
Yeah.
And this is all going to be about showboating. It has to
Mm-hmm.
be. And because I'm assuming Varys won't. So Madden's going to be the opposite end of the spectrum and be a
Mm-hmm.
bit showboaty. And like before he goes in, like when he's called, he'll like
Mm-hmm.
lean back between like Lamb and Kian and like point to his cheeks so that he gets little kisses like he's really cool and has
Yeah!
sex, you know?
Heck yeah!
This guy
Lamb
fucks.
will absolutely go for like the cheek kiss and like give him a little like ruffle of his hair. It's like it's the whole nine. It's like
Don't
good
leave me
luck.
hanging, Kian. My cheeks need kissing.
This other cheek is awful lonely.
He will peck a cheek
Thank you.
and give you a vigilant blessing sneakily.
Ooh. What does that
Oh,
do?
there we go.
That gives you advantage on your initiative roll.
Oh,
If
fun.
that counts for this.
Does that
Maybe.
I'll let
do
it
I get
count.
another D4 on my first hit, maybe?
Yeah,
Or advantage? Oh, double
I'll give
D4s?
you it.
Okay.
I'll give you whatever. You
Hmm.
get a take
Awesome.
from him
Whatever you want.
for the
Let
first
me
round.
let me murder this normal ass man, please.
The person that's only getting a +1. Yes.
Hey, listen, all it takes is for me to roll bad
Yeah,
and him roll
True.
good.
True. Why not insure it?
Yeah. Person you're up against, not as good at showboating. Just kind of real normal looking dude.
This guy's fucked. I just
Yeah.
rolled.
Uh-huh.
So with all of the razzmatazz,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be a 25.
25.
Jesus.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. What's 25?
Yeah, what's he rolling to not pass out immediately?
Uh-huh. Let me pull out a calculator.
Yeah. I think Madden just like walks in, bell goes, it's an immediate just like full punch. Like
Oh,
no hesitation.
knockout!
Full hit. Just immediate fisticuffs.
Hold no punch.
You said a
You know when you
25.
punch? Yeah. You know when you punch like you assume that somebody's gonna go down in one hit? That is what it is. He throws one punch.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this man technically cannot even reach the number, so we're just gonna see if I roll a nat 20.
I believe in a duo. He's got this.
Get him! Get him!
There's a chance.
Because he
I've
rolled
already
a
written
6.
KOs on it, but
He rolled another 6.
oh,
Man
perfect.
immediately falls, is knocked out.
Oh wow! Woo! We're done.
Keen will
job.
whistle.
That means Jack is up to 26 silver
Nice.
Hell yeah!
after
Nice.
spending his
doing this
money
for
on
Jack.
alcohol. Yeah.
He'll put the 26 in again on Madden's next fight.
Yeah.
Keep spending.
You immediately
change on
knock him
alcohol.
out. The crowd kind of like is excited
Woo!
about it. Like there's teeth flying. It's
Yeah.
a good hit, but not much of a fight.
No,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
not
Not
exciting.
much to show.
So
It was one
they
hit.
don't love it, but they're like, yeah, okay.
I mean, he's
I
efficient.
hope this
I'll
happens
give
the
him
whole
that.
time, is that he just keeps KOing people. He's like, I want to put on a good show, and they just keep going down. Please,
Fight me back!
please get up, get up. And Madden will knock him
I'm
out,
too
and then just like,
strong.
and he's like kind of like kiss his knuckles and walk out. He's like, all right, first one done.
And of course, like Lamb and Kian are waiting on the sidelines, like cheering. They've
I'll
got
sit
like
with my
a
girls.
drink
Yeah,
ready.
so it's your girls,
Yep.
and they'll give you a moment and pull Varys in for his.
Yeah,
Hell
Varys,
yeah,
get him.
okay. Get him, Varys. Get him, Varys.
Another low level person.
Woo!
I
Varys
will
is like,
let
oh no, I failed.
Oh no.
Kian roll a d20 for this person Varys is fighting against.
Oh boy.
They get a +1.
This is going to be the crit that Greg gets for the first time.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah, Varys gets that. It's not too hard for him to beat that.
Okay.
I believe in the man.
No, that's a 28. So that's by more than 5.
Damn.
So you have to.
Oh shit.
You have a DC 18 to beat. You get a +1.
Oh, good
for your
God,
con
calm
save.
down, Varys. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. I'll let Lamb. Do you want to roll this man's con save?
Sure.
Varys just decked.
Do it.
What does he get to
A
add to
+1.
it? The +1. That is a 7 on the dice, so that's an 8.
Mm.
It's 2 back-to-back KO fights.
Yeah. Jesus.
Well, it's their fault for
Woo!
making you start from the bottom.
Yeah.
He asked to fight the dude at the top. They wouldn't let him.
He did.
He asked
We
nicely.
skipped the line.
So I suppose we'll just work our way up. That's okay. We can be patient.
We can be
Just here to have a
patient.
good time.
Yeah.
Win or lose.
Varys just looks kind of bored after
Yeah.
walking it back out. He
Yeah.
left his sword with you guys and was like, I guess.
I guess.
Varys is like, I'm really into blood sport, and this.
This is not it. There's not
That's
enough
not his
blood
vibe.
in this
I don't
sport.
want to kill these random people. I want to kill bandits. I don't want to just punch
Yeah.
dudes in the face.
Not as exciting as you thought it'd be.
Mm.
Yet.
No,
Not as
not
fulfilling.
really.
Well,
I'll give it another shot. If it's just as
Perhaps.
bad, I'll start walking around to see what I can find.
well, remember, they're sort of starting with the smaller folk right now. I'd bet probably if there's any of them actually fighting tonight, they'd be a little more up there in the rank, no? Little tougher?
Well, some of them. Like a lot of the people at that hill, no. Down so fast.
I'm going to put 57 gold on Varys' next fight.
Nice.
Wow.
Lamb sees Madden do that, and she's like, she'll put down 15 gold on Varys' next fight.
Man will like put a finger on his chest. I don't want any bullshit. No backing out. You can back out on the third one.
All right. I won't pull any punches this
I
time.
need new armor.
It's true.
You're trying to make some coin, huh?
The thing is, I don't want it, but I know I need it. So,
All
Makes
right.
sense to me.
Madden, you're up next.
Get it, bud.
This person, a bit better. You still like looking them over. They don't look quite as at the same level as you, but better.
For intimidation, could I have not wiped this man's blood off my fist?
Yes.
Hell
Plus the
yeah.
fact that they just saw this happen so
Yeah.
fast. Yes, you can have
It
your
was-
advantage.
Instant
Ooh,
knockout,
advantage.
man.
Neat.
Hell yeah.
Advantage on the bonk. Here I come.
Here come the bonkus.
$18.
18.
Not a
Let me tell ya.
25.
My
Still.
dice are being really rude to not Varys.
Mm-hmm.
So you said 18. That's exactly 10 more than this man got. With his
Oh,
8.
buddy.
So
Oh,
he has to get a dirty 20 to
knockout.
knock out.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Here he go. Here he
It's
go.
it's KOs back to back to back, baby.
Bing! Bing! Bing!
With a nat 1, this man goes flying
Holy shit!
as you knock him out.
He just goes,
Ooh.
"Bleh," full Bethesda.
That's a little
It's very
embarrassing.
dramatic. There's a
Ragdolls.
spin.
Bleh.
Hmm.
So,
Maddie kind of blinks a couple times. It's like, shit, okay, maybe I'm really, really strong.
You ever woken up and wondered, am I just really, really strong?
Maddie has been working out for 10 years straight and like punching walls and shit. Like,
Well,
been
now's his
prepping
time
for
to
this.
realize he's really strong.
Yeah.
Jack is up to 52 silver, guys.
Nice.
Okay.
All right,
I
Varys,
just-
don't fuck this up for me.
I'm excited.
All right. We'll let Lamb roll for this person. This time you get a +3.
All
Hmm.
right, let's find out. What do we got? It's a 2 on the dice plus 3 is 5.
Oh, good.
Oh, let's see how bad. How
Damn.
fast do we die?
So 24 for Varys.
Holy shit!
So,
Yeah.
you said how
Put him
much?
down.
You got
It was
what?
a 5. No, it was a 3. No, 2 plus 3 is 5. Yeah. Yeah,
Am
5.
I? All right, so you have to get a nat 20. Kian.
Uh-huh.
Right,
Yeah,
Kian.
get it, Kian.
Kian,
You got
roll
it.
a nat 20 and this person doesn't immediately also fly.
into the
I like that
crowd
they
in
keep
the
putting us
same
back
place.
to back. Is it a nat 20?
Wow.
Oh my god! This dude
Man's
holds
face is
on!
fucked up, but he's still.
But he's still standing.
And Varys is like, wow.
That was a
Like
good
he's kind of
hit.
impressed.
I'm surprised he's standing.
But
Good
his
use.
eyelids flutter, but he doesn't fall.
He's not down. I can't believe it.
His face
He is concussed,
his-
guys. He's just standing.
He has a new face. Like his face is fully different now. Like that's a different man.
Ooh.
And yet he raises his hands to go again.
Oh, no.
Good.
Eh.
See out of
Shall
either of
we?
his eyes, but here he comes.
Here he comes. What did Varys roll?
Varys got a 28.
Jesus Christ.
19.
19?
19.
Better.
So, like, not
Still
a
a
whole
KO
10
possibility.
Worse, but yeah.
So
Still
that's
in that realm.
so that's a difference of 9. So DC 19.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow. It's a 2 on the dice.
Well,
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
All right, so that's a 6 with the second punch.
Uh-huh.
Before this guy even has a chance to hit Varys once, it was just a 1-2.
Varys just
This
went
man
for
goes out.
jab and then the cross after a little beat.
Let me put that 57 gold in my inventory.
Mhm. Lamb,
Yeah,
double your
Lamb.
gold.
Woo! I've got 30 now.
All right, you can back out now if you're bored.
That seems a little unfair.
No, it feels bad. I actually like feel bad currently.
I might ask him if I can skip a few. I don't know.
Yeah,
You do
Are
seem
we-
to be a bit outclassing a lot of these. Feels unfair to them, really.
Yes. I'm gonna ask him. Maybe he'll
think
let
that-
us jump the line or something.
I
yeah.
don't know how many of them they want to have broken noses and things.
We'll go harry this dude and see if we can get bumped up
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
Well, you gonna ask him?
Listen, I'm not trying to break a bunch of blacksmiths' noses, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if we could just move up a little bit. Like, I'll go do it, but I'm, it's barely a fight. Putting on no show.
I'll let you roll persuasion with advantage.
I'm sure that the guy who's running this venue wants it to be a good show.
Isn't road the best, but
Yeah, listen. We've been just kind of taking them out immediately. It's not much of a show. It seems like you wanted a show. Are there better people here? I mean, I I can see about if the people upstairs are interested in fighting either of you, but at the moment, while you're down here, you have to make your way up the ladder.
All right. Suit yourself. I'm gonna try and make eyes on whoever's next. I'm like, you're next, buddy. Hey. You're mine. You are absolutely mine.
The the man doing the betting. Listen, if you two want, you could fight each other if you're looking for something more difficult while you're down here. But outside of that, I don't know if you're going to get anyone soon.
Show me the next blacksmith. Because either I don't make it on or I get a pity move on, and he hates both. And he's like, I can't take that. Unless Varys is like, listen, it's for the bit, man. We got to get you up those ranks, man. But I'll go beat the shit out of more blacksmiths and grocers and whatever.
Ferris will say something along those lines like, we could, like, don't hit hard enough to knock me out. I'll do the same. We can make a little show and see who does better.
I just watched that man's face turn into a new man's face.
Listen, I'm willing to hold back a little.
You gave that man a face
I-
transplant.
I think, Varys, I'd rather die than you pull a fucking punch on me.
Right? Suit yourself.
I'm going to go beat the shit out of a bunch of commoners now. Yeah, and whoever my next guy is just gets like unblinking eyes from across the room as my intimidation until I get to him. Like I'm so honed in on breaking their faces that I came here for this.
Are we able to see into any of the fancy booths?
Yeah.
You can look around and try to look up into them. Like, it's not like they're shrouded. It's just they're separated from each other up there.
Mm.
Also, I
But they're
don't want to
like
leave
viewing
the witness.
boxes.
Yeah, it's
But
like a
as a
little viewing box.
as a reminder, in the Bank de Mads, we have a potion of invisibility, so keep that in mind if you want it at some point. Thank you.
Interesting.
Ew.
I'm not saying maybe right now or today, but like if you know, maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a good idea. But I know we're not the stealthiest bunch in the world. How are you good
Not
at that,
the
Jack?
most.
You good at stealthing?
But
Jack's
I think Kian's just gonna
okay.
be looking up into them, being cute,
Mm.
just trying to
Being
see who
cute.
the fuck's in there.
Tee-hee.
Both of you teeheeing and looking up like
Yeah.
Ooh, we rubbernecking because, like, gosh, we're just waiting for the next fight.
You
We're hoping the
know,
next one's gonna
and
be more
there's
of a
probably, like,
show.
cool people up there or something.
Yeah,
roll
cool people in pretty
perception.
outfits.
Alright, I just have to pretend that I'm not rolling for me.
Yeah,
This is
pretend
for
like
some
chick.
blacksmith. Oh, damn. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Okay.
Oh, good.
For a blacksmith, 21.
Ooh,
Nice.
17. Respectable, not incredible, but respectable.
Like, most of the rooms that you're noticing up there, it doesn't look like most people are paying that close of attention to what's going on at the moment. But you do notice that there is one alcove that has a much larger man in it and a slender looking woman with blonde hair kind of leaning over the railing who seems to be watching very intently.
Hmm. Just her or both of them?
He is more paying attention to her, like just like looking at her, like not on or anything, but just not really watching the fights at the moment. But she's honed in.
About to get myself a girlfriend. More girlfriends. More for the harem.
More! Yes! He fights hard. He deserves it.
I deserve many cheek kisses, ladies, gentlemen,
Mwah.
ladies, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentle them.
I accept all cheek kisses from whoever wants to give me cheek kisses.
Hell yeah.
We'll keep them coming.
Yeah.
Cheek kisses
Good luck.
for
It's like
days.
just
They're the
good luck kisses. Thank
Mm.
you.
We're just going to start getting in the habit of this, and this is going to be the pre-battle.
This is what we're gonna do before all battles. Is they just give
All
little kisses
battles.
and Maddie's like,
Little,
no.
Yeah,
Let's
Good luck
fucking
kisses
go.
for Madden.
Guys, I can't do a vigilant blessing without kissing anymore.
It's the only way.
It's the only way. I don't make the rules.
It is what it is. That they call you in again, Madden, and this
Here I
time
come.
the person looks competent, like maybe like the
Okay.
guards kind of build.
All right.
Not wearing the outfit, but
He shouldn't be
definitely-
showing up to this place in the guard outfit anyway.
correct.
Yeah, this man is off the clock and
Off the
here to
clock.
have a good time. Does any of my mean mugging give me some assistance in being
You've been given assistance from something at this point with your gaggle of worshippers.
Yeah.
Tee-hee.
I'm glad you guys are here to help.
The
Worshippers,
yeah.
okay.
KOs in a row.
Worshippers. Yes, girlies.
Yes. We could be a cult.
Worship, thank you.
The cult of Madden.
Okay. That'll be a dirty 20.
You only beat him by 3. So
Ooh, he's in it.
this person takes a solid hit, but you are both still up.
Woo! Get a Madden! Oh, he's fighting a lot better on this one.
This
This
one looks
guy.
like an actual fight.
Ooh.
Here I come.
Maybe we're getting somewhere.
Ooh, that's better. $26.
26.
Ben's like, 2 punches perhaps.
I know how to do math. 17 is not that bad. So 17. I can't do math, guys.
9 away.
Yeah. All right, so he has to get a 19 to not get knocked out.
I believe in him. That other guy got a nat 20.
He did. That wasn't me rolling, but they did.
Who's rolling?
I
Hmm.
could do that.
I'll let Lamb roll.
Sure.
You get a +4.
Ooh. They're
This
getting a
guy's-
little
this guy's good.
spicier. Ah, the dice weren't interested in helping him though. It's a 4 on the dice. +4 is 8.
Hey, he did the best so far, and I'm proud
He
of him.
did so good
Yeah,
so
me
far.
too, honestly.
He took one solid hit without being knocked unconscious before also being knocked out.
Yeah, a little.
And then double Jack Silver again. I'm just assuming Jack will go in
Yeah.
each time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guess.
So he's up to 104. Look at him go.
He's killing it. He has so much silver. They keep giving it to him in silver for some reason when they could give it to him in gold. It's just all silver. He's
Like
"No, no."
nobody ever wants the silver here. Take it.
We have so much
Cool.
silver.
It's like pennies.
Madden will shake out his fist a little bit and walk off and wait for the next. Is Varys done? Is he going in?
See, I feel like if I don't do it, it looks like I was intimidated by you
Ooh.
after he said, "Oh, you should fight each other."
You're such a bitch.
Mm.
You're such a bitch.
And he'll head in.
Yeah. And I will put 114 gold on Varys.
You know what?
This is where he taps out casually, and I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him in his sleep.
Lamb is going to fund so many breakfasts for so many orphans. She's going to
I
put
just
down
want armor, guys. I just want armor.
42 gold pieces on Varys.
Varys is about to crush all of our dreams if he's gonna be a little bitch.
It's okay. It's fine.
Varys is like, oh no,
All
Now
right.
I'm worried to bet on him.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm already in.
Yep, I'm doing it.
I'm going to just put the number already in on my inventory, and I either click add or remove at the end of this. And that's just what
Yeah.
happens.
All right. Ian will put in 25 gold.
I've already rolled for him for the
Well.
first round.
I can
But
never tell with your giggling what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm just entertained.
Could go either
Good.
way.
Varys takes a really dramatic fall. I go in there and fight him immediately. I'm bested. And I'm like, I gotta kill him. Come here.
Yep, I
Do you
have to
need
kill
me to
him now.
roll something?
Sure, you can roll it. You get a
it.
+5.
Oh,
Ooh.
+5. We're going up.
Hey, this guy's Madden material.
That'll be a 24.
24?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, I mean, that's still more than 5 away, but
Oh shit! The other way?
All
That's
right.
the other way.
Varys got a
Wait.
nat 20, so
Oh fuck!
Oh shit!
Well.
so Lamb, would you roll a con save for me?
I will roll a con
get a
save
plus
for
4.
you. A plus
With
4.
the giggling, I was like, it's a nat 1 or a nat 20, and I don't know which it is.
It's a 2 on the dice.
Nice.
And
And I'll
this
push
man
the
is
add
makes
button.
it a
also
6.
you only need a 16, but that's not enough.
Nope. Not at all.
And Varys once again just steps in, not looking like he's putting much effort into this at all. And it knocks him out. All right, I think that one has to be my last one.
Makes sense.
It can't look that good from the outside.
No,
true.
at least from our perspective, because we sort of have more lore than like the people. So like
Right.
it looks worse
Right.
to us than probably them.
That's probably true. It's
Like,
not
maybe
like
it's
an...
interesting. The further
Yes.
up, just watching people fly across the ring.
Sure,
It's
maybe.
kind of interesting to me, but you know, it does not feel the best. It's like a little gross.
Oh,
Eh,
well, see, I don't know if that means I should do another one or not. The way you said that. Like you said it's interesting but gross. Ugh.
Oh, maybe that is the vibe then.
Hmm.
Maybe you two should fight. I don't know.
Either I don't move on, or he pities me and I move on, and I never recover from that.
I
Hmm.
wouldn't know.
They can fight outside of the ring. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll fight later. Just
Oh,
fine.
Is that a euphemism?
Partially. But mostly we will fight, yes.
that seems expected.
Don't be concerned if you hear like things being thrown. It's fine. It's normal.
Hey, listen, brawling is brawling.
Right? Sure.
So I'll put 228 gold on Varys for his next one.
Ah,
Jesus.
Lamb might wind up funding so many fucking lunches for all these orphan children. She's just gonna bail
Hey,
out.
she's got a cause she's working towards, so.
Yeah, it's true.
And this children I earned from the Fight Club.
From the Fight Club.
Is it
Madam,
my turn or his turn?
are you
Where are
fighting
we?
again, madam?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know blonde mommy's watching, but I want her to like me.
Are you two looking to see if she's still watching?
Yes.
Does she
Yeah.
think I'm
I'm
cool?
curious.
Did
She was
she
into
think
that
She is
off-duty
coming
hard.
down the stairs as Madam walks into the ring.
Ooh.
Okay.
He'll get his
Ooh.
kisses and then start to like make his way forward.
Good luck. Not that you need it.
Is she heading
Ben's like,
down the front row?
Like she is, starting up at the top, so she is
Okay.
coming down the stairs from the VIP
Way
area.
up there.
All right. We are eyes open.
Mhm.
uh, how's this guy look? You look.
Oh, this one, they are all progressively getting a little stronger.
Sorry, I've been naming all of them, so I just need.
This one
There
is,
we go.
more.
Oh, he's
like-
progressively stronger man.
yeah, progressively stronger man.
That's all the names have been. Is like the first guy had a name, and the rest are just
And the
describing
rest
things
don't
that
get
you
names
said.
because I don't want to name that many people that are
No.
just getting knocked out.
Just let us know when we hit Triangle Man. Triangle
Man is who
too
Varys is
much.
fighting next, okay?
Oh,
Oh, hell
God!
yeah.
Triangle Man beat Particle Man last week.
23.
You beat him by 1.
Ooh, get him. This guy. Progressively stronger man. Let's go.
Since it's so close, he does not need to roll a con save.
Yeah.
You guys both set back up and start swinging.
Man's like, ooh, okay, all right.
Like, that one was close.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, focus up. $26. I'm sweating. I hate this. All it takes is the nat 1.
All right, you beat him by 4 that time, so
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
still in it.
Still in it. Oh no, hey, come back. I'm not doing this without Madden's dice. You come back.
You get back
You'll
here.
come back here.
You come back. You're
Don't
putting the
you
work.
go running.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Mads, you cannot escape your destiny or your responsibility.
Just Julian's legs.
Okay, I'm back.
I will
Woo!
tell you, he got a 19.
Ooh, okay. Not
A
bad.
challenge.
All right, come here. So that's a nat 20
Hmm.
plus
Let's see.
4
Right
plus
there.
5, so 29.
Okay. So I'm just imagining Blonde Bombshell, like, finally pulling up to the side of the arena, sets an elbow on the side of the ring at the same moment that Mad's fist connects with this dude's jaw.
Her boobs boobily as she walks down the stairs.
That they do!
And fully knocks this guy out.
A knockout.
And Madden's like, whew, like, all right.
And as you step out, this woman will sidle up next to you all. But Varys is going to finish his fight before we see what she wants. To see if you guys
Yeah.
get a stupid amount of money.
I would
Hell
like some
yeah!
stupid amount of money
I'd
or
love a
0.
stupid
I want
amount of
nothing in
money.
between.
Mhm.
Nothing.
So,
Who's
This
Varys
person-
fighting? This
Varys
person?
is
Perfect. This person.
has a +6.
Ooh, okay.
So,
Ooh,
People are starting to
alright.
be above me in modifiers, is
Uh-huh.
what we're approaching.
Yeah, alright. Now
People
we're
are
getting into
above
the
me
challenge.
in the modifier department.
correct.
The next fight, I'm gonna have a bad time.
Baby!
So, Lamb, will you roll for the person?
I
Give them a
will.
+6.
Wah! Oh no, dude, no.
Uh-huh.
Oh, get
Oof.
him. Rough.
Oof. Okay.
400 gold. 400
400
gold.
gold. 400
Uh-huh.
gold.
So now I need Kian, if you want to try for another nat 20 to see if he
Aw, hell
stays
yeah.
conscious.
Second nat 20 of the night. Let's go.
Come on, bud.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Get it.
Nah, that was in that
Nah.
one as well.
Oh! Oh
The
my
strongest
god!
looking man of the night so far walks in across from Bears.
Lumbers in. He's ready to go.
Jesus.
Hunter's like, I don't know why you want to talk to me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? That's crazy.
His single punch, this man falls to the ground.
It's beautiful.
Oh, I
It's
forgot to
beautiful.
double
Oh,
Jack Silver.
Yeah,
oh
double his silver.
yes. Oh, right,
He's
right.
at 208
Lamb 2.
now.
Holy
Ooh.
fucking shit.
Nice. Dude's got like 50 gold.
You guys have made money today.
Good day.
Good
This is-
day.
This money feels like nothing, but comparatively to where we've been, we're somewhere. We're
something.
doing
Oh
something.
yeah. Oh, we're getting
doing
into
stuff.
some money now. We could buy components to keep us from death.
Ooh, we could
That's
buy a
true.
healing potion. This is crazy.
You
Ooh.
can buy stuff, guys.
How exciting.
Wow.
Wow.
So there's a pretty lady.
There's a
There's a
pretty
pretty
lady
lady.
Hmm.
who wearing, a nice silk green dress. It's got
Mm.
like a little feather fan in her hand. And it's always nice to see fresh faces here. Such a treat.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, we're just passing through, looking for a good time.
I have a feeling you could help me out with a little predicament.
Of course.
Why don't you and your companions follow me upstairs?
Ladies.
Lamb just giddily standing to her feet and helping
Hmm?
Kian to her feet. Us in our
Varys
gussied
will
up
tag
outfits.
along, thinking that he's invited.
I mean,
He is. He's one of the
yeah,
ladies.
ladies.
All of them are ladies now.
She said.
Yes.
Mads ladies.
That's what she said. We are Mads ladies. We're Mads angels.
Aw.
As you all head up the stairs with her and past the velvet curtains and the bouncers at the top of the stairs, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. We went a little long, but Fight Club demands it. We had to see how much money
Yeah.
you all would get just
So
today.
Mm.
Thank you all for being here with us. And we'll be back in 2 weeks on the 12th. But if you want to hang out with us some more and watch some other D&D shows, we'll be playing in On the Backs of Gods on Monday. That's a Norse mythology-inspired game run by Jillian. We're having a great time learning about some, cool machinery that my character can't understand to save her life, but she's there. Yeah,
She's
we're
so
doing-
there, guys.
She's there.
So
We're doing jobs. We're saving people from falling off really tall heights.
Yes.
All
very
good
important stuff.
things. Very important hero work, even though we already saved the world and should really just be in retirement. But
We should, but
Mm.
the world keeps being
The
in
world-
trouble. It
there's
keeps
this-
needing saving.
people keep hiring us to do things.
Mm.
But you can check us out on Monday for that. If you
Too
want to keep,
employable.
yeah, we're too many qualifications on our resumes.
God dang.
Yeah,
We should have known.
gotta cut it down a little. But if you want to keep up with us, you can follow us over on Instagram, Blue Sky. We have a YouTube account if you want to watch past videos, see how we got here to this fight club today. And You know what? My brain is too fried to think of what else I'm supposed to say. Oh, I
You make
make
dice.
dice. I
You
make
also make
dice.
dice. You also make
That's what
dice
I do.
naturally.
I make the dice that made today possible. That
Yes,
made
you
this
did.
money making scheme happen.
Yes, they
So
did.
you
Honestly, we're
also
so
want to
thankful.
earn a ridiculous amount of money by knocking people out in a fantasy fight ring. I make the dice for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Katie is
Hmm?
well specialized in these things and also in
Yes,
dice that tell interesting stories.
it is true. Thank you again for coming and joining us tonight. We'll see you again next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.